purity shit right now. See, y'all call me on off time. It's all good though. Throw the hoodie on, shine. You know what I mean? Went to go get me some coffee earlier. So if y'all wonder, sometimes two hoodies is the jacket. You know what I mean? Up here in the Northeast, somebody asked me that the other day, why you got two hoodies on? Because sometimes I can just roll out like that. Let me show y'all something in a second here. With this, see how old this is inside here? It's like another layer of fur in here. This thing is crazy thick. So people be like, yo, why you got two hoodies? Man, niggas do that up here. Like, trust me. You know what I'm saying? That way you ain't got to be bundled down with a coat necessarily. I don't like being bundled down with a coat all the time. My coats be big. So anyway, what I want to talk about. Um, where should I start? Y'all want to start with Trump? Y'all want to start with Trump? Let's start with Trump. Get my message out to Trump. Coffee, if y'all wondering. Okay, so my message to Trump is clear as this. I believe that Donald Trump has a hurdle in front of him. He's going to have to try to please two crowds. That's going to be very hard to do. One crowd is going to be destined of like this Southern Bible Belt. We always believed in you last time, the time before, 20 years ago. We bought t-shirts. We bought promise pledges to donate types. You know what I mean? We're part of the union types. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have those types. Thanks, Javon. I appreciate that. That's my Cash App right there, y'all. I actually forgot to put my Cash App into the description thing. I'm going to get into that later, though. That's the last part of the show. You're going to have to serve that market, which is those Bible Belt states. Then you're going to have to serve another market, which seems to have grown here in the Northeast, which was a surprise to me, which is of Republicans and that demographic being the African Americans and Latino men who specifically are getting ridiculed all across media by Black and Latin women for voting for Trump. If you haven't been paying attention, you know, everybody's been covering it and everything like that. And it's unfortunate. I think it'll pass eventually, you know, but who's to say? I would pay attention to the sentiment. I would pay attention to the sentiment. I mean, if there's so many women that are speaking like this and then, I mean, collectively having a temper tantrum, that's what it seemed like to me anyway. There's a lot of girls, I've been telling y'all for a long time, a lot of girls, they use this as a vehicle to have a temper tantrum. You know what I mean? Oh, you didn't know that? A lot of girls and guys, let me put that back, let me back that up. Girls and guys use this app as an outlet to have temper tantrums. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I done had one or two myself before. I ain't gonna hold you. But some people, they do it on a daily basis. And this is how they make a business, you know, out of this whole, you know, whatever. So anyway, Trump, you're going to have to stay strong with these men of color as far as how they believed in you. There's been no initiative stated. There's been nothing put forth as far as like a declaration of what you have planned or whatever. And that's that might be one of the angles where Kamala had you beat because she came from a pride. I will give her that. She comes from a pride team of people that were African American supporting her, people that are African American navigating her, Latino American that were advocating her, giving for her. So, you know, she had a pretty starch batch of representatives behind her that were minorities. I can't say that. So I'll give her that. But you might stand and learn a thing or two for that. But if I were you, the first thing I would start doing is looking at placing it. If not for you not running another term, because I heard you mention you say you may not run another term, but and I don't think you can. Can you after you won this time? I don't know if you can or not. If that's consecutively, or like, can you run again? I don't know. That's interesting. I think he might be able to run for vice president. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I think he might be able to run for vice president after that. So that would mean you would want to pick up a candidate, you know, and at that time you would be like, what, 83, 84, something like that, 82, 83. So, which can be done. I mean, Jim McCarty was an old guy, you know what I mean? But it stands to reason that the first two groups you want to please, in my personal opinion, is poor rural whites and Black Americans in straight in line with that linear fashion. I think those were your two biggest demographics that were, you know, edging for Trump. White women came out in abundance. But those two starch groups right there need to be given some type of boost the morale. That's what I say. You know, you go back to General S. Patton, right? He used to have these speeches, these elaborate speeches for the men before they were going to Normandy, places like that. And he would sit back, he have his hat tilted like that, and he say to the men, just arouse his speech. Eisenhower did the same thing, and they would resonate with the men. Men need influence. They need, you know, push to do things. This is how wars are won. You know? I think a lot of times people have a good heart within the culture and they have good words, but the actions are not condensing with it. They got to ask them, what's the action that comes with condensing with it? What's action, you know? He gave the men morale. He gave the men purpose. He gave them, and through a speech. And this one influenced them to go fight in these beaches and go fight, you know what I mean? And I think currently men need that same thing. They need that same boost. For the past 4 years, we've heard nothing but women, more than any other movement advocacy you could think of. Women. And I'm not shooting down on women. I'm just telling the truth. Over the past 4 years, since the pandemic, and you have heard nothing but messages, women. And the men, technically, are the base point for worldwide construction and infrastructure. It's not a female-dominated market. Women dominate certain markets in the job placement field. I mean, nurses, there's doctors, elective surgeries, meaning like, you know, like, let me take this off. This is choking me right now. Elective surgeries, things like that. They don't, I mean, you can look this up yourself. What you got to do is go to the Department of Labor and just go to their national demographics. You'll see it for yourself. I mean, I'm not making it up. So they don't dominate industries that really built around infrastructure, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And that's not to put women down, but you need morale with those men to keep those men going. I see men that are firefighters and even police officers, stuff like that. They just don't have that same that those men that I saw as a child would have for those jobs, if that makes any sense. And so you have men out here now that don't have the same panache as they used to because of the, in my opinion, the set of men that are held as example of what you should follow nowadays. You know, like we got some, we make stars of clowns here on YouTube, like literally. Like people that, you know, somebody could jump online and be like, do for 15 seconds. I saw this one girl, she did a video and literally this shit got millions of views, but she's just going like this and she's got two pastels over her breast and she's just going, doom, and there's this Russian like funk music playing in the background. Y'all seen that video? She's walking down the stairs. That girl got millions of views for that video. So, you know, when we're celebratory in the status of dumb people, we elevate these dumb people to superstar, to millionaires, you know, in some cases, and many cases, via this app. And we don't elevate people that could be influential in reality. And those hide in or are being held for some reason and torture in these little small pockets in YouTube. There's these little pockets in YouTube that people are not aware of that are just extraordinary. Like, you know what I mean? But I would say white men and black men, they need the most influence right now. And I'm talking about poor rural white men and poor rural blacks. I'm talking about on an equal playing field there. I will speak for both of those demographics right now. They both need that morale boost. And I think there needs to be a man that can bring that to them. And I don't think Joe Biden was that person. I don't think Kamala would have done it. I think under Kamala, we would have went full toxic feminist in this country. I really believe that. And I'm gonna tell you what I base that off of. I don't base that off of negligently or presumptuously. I base that off the fact of all these videos that major media is talking about. I was talking about 2 days, 3 days. Did y'all never notice that? Can I get my props for that? I told you, I said, when the next 24 to 48 hours, and it's on video, so, you know, I got to make it up. See, I will see a whole bunch of videos from women that are disgruntled about that win. And just like fashion happened, it happened, you know? So I know this stuff. I worked in this shit for 17 freaking years. I know a little something, you know. So only thing I'm telling you is, based on the disgruntledness of these women, you could tell where it was going. I think a lot of women are bent on domination nowadays. Dominating you psychologically is the first trout. You take that road by going to the media. You take that route by starting advocacies. You start that route by echoing advocacy that already priorly existed and make them into something they were previously not. I think there's a lot of that going on, and you're going to have to combat that in your presidency, Mr. Trump. And that's just what it is. The whole woke movement got so, man, I don't even know how to explain it. The whole woke agenda and movement got so out of control in this country within 4 years, because there was nobody there to check it really. We was paying attention. Y'all have to remember, we was paying attention to a worldwide pandemic, you see. And so even coming out of that worldwide pandemic, we still were paying attention to the pandemic and what may or may not be, the setbacks financially, economically, health-wise, or whatever. We still had unanswered questions. So we had so much focus on that with the public, not government, obviously. No, I ain't forget. Remember the Build Back Better program that was supposed to bring more checks? Boom, never happened. Yo, your money went over to that other spot over there. At the same time, when they were talking about, when they concluded talks about that Build Back Better joint, did you not notice they shifted and went over there to, where it's red at? You understand what I'm saying? Where it's real red at. Y'all know where it's red at. Where they got that red flag. They went over there getting in their dealings with that red flag. You understand? That red flag. Yeah. Yeah. I can't say that too much on here. They'll get at you. But the country with the red flag got all the support, and a few other subsequent countries after that, including in the current, as you can see by watching the news. And if you're paying attention, you understand, there's certain types of money that are being sent to both of these. One of these interactions is now on its 1,000th day. 1,000 days. She's even said psychology needs celibate. Stanley Jackson, you're going to have to write that without using ebonics. All right, brother? I really want to read what you said. She even said psychology needs celibate. SNU theoretically. Yeah, snoo. I don't know what snoo means, man. Rewrite that for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to read your comment, but I just don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Ain't that personal. And guys, make sure you share this, get this out here. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App, support this channel. As always, we are here live. I didn't go live with y'all yesterday. I just wasn't in the mood. I was in a thinking mood. I did a lot of editing this weekend. So I'll be throwing those up or whatever. I just threw one up just a few minutes ago with comedian Pierre. And speaking of Donald Trump, that's a great segue right there. With Trump included in this conversation, I didn't like something comedian Pierre said. Oh, for Futurama. I got you. You said snoo. I was like, I thought that in my head, but I was like, hold up. Like, did this nigga just say snoo? All right, I got you. Ha ha. All right. You know what I'm saying? You good, B. You good. Anyway, listen, comedian Pierre, y'all familiar with him? He played in Players Club. Y'all remember that movie? Some of y'all ain't even born when that movie came out. I only watched that movie maybe like 7 years ago. My first time. I was like, this shit's trash. Well, except for Bernie Mac. That was it. That shit was trash. You know what I mean? And I still don't see what everybody saw at Lisa Ray. Because that's why I watched the movie. I thought about it. That's why I watched the movie. Because Lisa Ray was in it. And I had never really peeped Lisa Ray when she was younger. So that's why I remember now. That's why I watched it. And I wasn't really impressed with the script. I watch old movies like that a lot of times, but I wasn't impressed with that. But anyway, Pierre, he was in that movie. And Pierre, he's gone on to be a comedian. You probably have seen him in great flicks like Fucking Don't Exist. Or you probably seen him on his noted TV show. Where the fuck is that at? Or you may have seen some of his many awards he's won, like, fucking picture that happening. Okay. All right, because I really don't like this guy. I really don't. I think you're one of those guys that's like not in the know. and you've been out of touch with reality for a very long time. I remember he said some slick shit about Corey Holcomb one time, and I ain't like him. You know what I'm saying? I've been over there following Corey and them. I didn't court Corey when he came in town and everything else. Um, I was probably one of the last people that got to see Corey in Caroline's. That's the last place he was at. One of my subscriber. I don't even like calling her subscriber because she was my friend. Well, we got to have a conversation. But she had actually, you know what I'm saying, made sure I got there and everything. So shout out to her. Most other things she had, you know what I'm saying, contributed to. Shout out to her. Chicago, what's going on? But what can I say, man? Pierre had this diatribe, and I put it up, and it's on the last upload I just put up. So if you guys want to go peep it out real quick, you can go. You guys can go do it. Matter of fact, I'll share it real quick. Ooh, hey! Almost had some shit happening. Hold on one second. I'm gonna share it for you. But in this diatribe, Pierre goes on and he says, "Yo, I'm particularly upset with black men. They called Kamala Harris a hoe, because of Willie Brown." Willie Brown. This should sound like a 70s movie. You're like, Willie Brown. Hey, look here. tell it downtown Willie Brown came by here on the 5 here. So it sounds like a 70s movie or something. Willie Brown, Willie Brown, Willie Brown, Brown. Willie Brown. God bless his heart, because I've heard he passed away. But Jesus Christ, you already knew it was some BS with that when you get a name like Willie Brown attached to a woman named Kamala Harris. Come on, come on, come on, son. That's crazy to me. Willie Brown. So I'm gonna share this real quick for you guys because I want you guys to check this out. You guys can go right now to my community section, which you'll find by just hitting the emblem on my name. It'll take you to a section where you'll see videos, all that stuff. Just scroll to the left right there and you'll get it. So I just shared that, whatever. That's what comedian Pierre had to say about black men. Now, usually I wouldn't say that about comedian Pierre. You know what I'm saying? And his unfunny ass. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's one unfunny motherfucker. I don't care what nobody says. He's unfunny as shit. But safe to believe, when you get an unfunny motherfucker like Pierre, sorry, I was doing something. I want to cut that off. You gotta be content with the fact that Pierre is gonna say whatever. See, he heading towards his twilight years of his career. That phone ain't ringing like that no more. You understand what I'm saying? Some niggas they get a podcast, y'all be jumping for joy. For some motherfuckers, that podcast, that's it. Ain't that right, some of y'all? That podcast is the end of the road. Listen, I've been working on a new project now for a year, almost a year. Most of it is rewrites, rehashes, reapproaches, or whatever the songs I had written during the pandemic or whatever. A lot of these artists that you have, they fell out of contention with the music and the like, how can I say it? The vibe of where the music was 10 years ago, before the pandemic started. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been out of touch for a long time. Same thing with actors, same thing with comedians. Some of them just fade out. Then some of them get better. You understand what I'm saying? With some comedians that got better with time. Let's say Corey Holcomb. Let's say Just Niche. Let's say Black Ron. I could say him. Let's say Craig Smith. How we gonna leave him out? Let's say Dontario Jackson. How can we leave him out? Let's say who else can I say? God, it's a whole bunch of people that just got better. They just got better. They got TV shows, shit like that, whatever. Don't nobody give a fuck what fucking Pierre's on nowadays. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. You understand what I'm saying? You goofy as shit, for one. Like, you got a goofy ass personality. And speaking of Corey, the motherfucker that came on Corey, let's talk real. The motherfucker that came on Corey's show before and showed his ass after he left. And went on somebody else's podcast, was talking shit about Corey, and it was just real sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? And And when I see motherfuckers do shit like that, I'm like, oh, okay, you always been like that. That's why I told y'all, when y'all see these niggas on the internet and they talking on people's podcasts about people they was hanging around for 10, 15, 20 years or whatever. And I come from this background. You understand what I'm saying? Like if this is your first time here, many of y'all know me from the music industry. And so that's why I speak on stuff that is related around the industry, because I was directly involved with this stuff for 17 years on a facility of promoting albums. You know what I'm saying? So I'm right in the midst of it with every artist you can think of. And so for me, it's like, I know when you're getting ready to bow out. And I'm trying to tell y'all, a lot of times when y'all see these people on these podcasts or they pop up with a podcast, that means because they ain't got nothing else going on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, to be real, quite blunt and honest with you, they don't have nothing going on. And that's why you'll ask yourself, well, why is this motherfucker, he a multimillionaire? Why is he taking cash apps? Because that nigga owes some money on something. To be quite honest with you. Now, anybody that want to dispute that, let me know. And we can have the conversation right now. Anybody want to dispute that? Anybody? I ain't think so. Because you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And then some people, the podcast was just naturally their progression. You understand what I'm saying? I like to believe in myself, since I done sold music before. I got music on the way. You understand what I'm saying? I got other shit I'm involved in. I'm in areas with major media all the time. I'm on the phone with people now. Like, this shit is crazy. So, like, for me, it's like, is that person? And then you have this other type of person that put on this fraud and try to keep these old stories going. Oh, yo, back in 2002, fuck 2002. It's about to be 225. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about your story about 2004. Why the fuck should I now anyway? If you didn't say anything about it in 2004, you wasn't bothered then. Listen, I heard a chick go on Pierce Morgan's show and say these exact words when Pierce Morgan asked her. He said, well, why didn't you say anything back then? She said, well, we were just so worried about my career at the time. And then exactly, you were worried about your career. You understand what I'm saying? This was a woman. So these selfish girls allowed these things to happen and didn't say nothing. Even if you want to take Cassie out of the equation, right? But let's include her in the equation. If you sat around for 10 years, mama, 10 years, and you saw shit go on and you didn't say nothing about any of this stuff until it was long gone and you got a new husband and all that, whatever, then you see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of circles around this. But back with Pierre, I don't know why he said that about men of color, why he, you know what I'm saying? What'd you say? Yo, I ain't lie, B. You got me mad. Yo, son, get the fuck off my shit, bro. What the fuck is wrong with these niggas? Like, yeah, another goofy nigga. Anyway, and you definitely ain't from the tri-state trying to talk like that. And you know what I mean? The point I'm getting at is, people, you got a temperament out there with some of these men and these women both, right? That is can't be denied anymore. I spoke about it before. People try to condemn me, say, oh, you anti against the culture, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? This is what they said to me. In reality, I was spot on and I was right, and I got it before it even happened. And what it was I told you, a lot of these women, they have some disdain for the men. You understand what I'm saying? And they're showing it. There are women out here right now, because Trump got elected, that are talking about all kinds of measures online. We need to do this. We need to ban store. I call one chick, we need to ban all the stores that's supported Trump. We need to ban men for 4 years to the next president. Like crazy extremist shit. There's motherfucking a movement to move up to Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but did you not see what was going on under this guy? You know what I mean? You weren't that afraid then. And I think it's because of naturally, some people see a digression in society if he was elected, and I get what they're saying. I can understand that. I can understand that. Not necessarily probably from him, but necessarily from the people that support him or behind him, or however you want to put it. But when you have these sorrow campaigns, and that's what they are, they're online grief canceling campaigns. You know what I'm saying? You make a video, and this is probably gonna go on for like another week and a half. I say no shorter than a week and a half where you're gonna see these grief videos. I can't believe Trump got elected. I'm moving to Canada. I can't believe Trump got elected. We're holding back Virginia to the next president. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's this woke shit has people out of line and thinking they're more important than what they actually are and haven't put in the work to actually be warranted for that, you know? And I'll give you a perfect example. Sometimes I'll go to a local coffee shop, something like that, or whatever, whatever. And people will be under presumption that I'm doing absolutely nothing. Right? You doesn't look like you're doing nothing. I mean, and this is based on their perception. Now, this is their world. You understand what I'm saying? This is the world they're comprehensive of. It is what it is. It may or may not be inclusive of a collegiate stature. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You can't tell that unless somebody tell you, which is my point. So being somebody that went to college, I automatically look at certain situations from a different spectrum. You understand what I'm saying? There's multiple different variables that could happen. And so I always use that approach because one is being mature, and two, you know what I'm saying, is being principled on what your surroundings are. You need these in the tri-state. Trust me. People in the know what I'm talking about. You have to deduct and subtract different variables. And so and if you can keep up with the conversation, you can keep up. If you can't, you can't. Um, Knowing that, I know how people strategically that are also of a collegiate order, doesn't matter what elk it is, it could be Columbia University, it could be your local community college. This is taught in all of them. One mistake that y'all don't know is, I give you a perfect example. The college I went to, I had professors from Columbia, I had professors from NYU, I had professors from what the hell is it, Pace. Now, you'll ask yourself, how did you have all those teachers? Well, all those teachers had multiple jobs, like most of these teachers that get tenure somewhere. They have multiple jobs, meaning they're only teaching 2 classes a day, maybe tops at that college. Then they're running over to the other college and they're teaching 4 or 5 courses over there for Wednesday. And then Thursday they over at our school. And then Friday they back over. This is how the collegiate order really work when you become a professor and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? I got a cousin that's a professor, so trust me, I know this. My aunt was a professor at one time. You know what I mean? For people that are my family and no one want to talk about my great aunt. So I don't know, man. I say this. If you're gonna use reverse psychology, if you're gonna use man bashing, toxic femininity, toxic influence over other women, so they'll think negatively of men as well. I think you might have a mental disorder, and that's what I think we're starting to covet to. We're starting to covet and give light to a lot of people that have mental illness, mental problems. Just a couple of years ago, we would even shame these people. You understand what I'm saying? And so, if you ask me how I'm bringing this full circle, I'm bringing it full circle with this. You have not only the personalities that are getting online on YouTube or all these other places showing their ass, but you have low line, low level motherfuckers that never did nothing in life getting online, pretending like they are about something or they're somebody or whatever, whatever, to compliment some of these speeches that are coming from higher media. Now, you've seen this happen with Puff. You know, anything that major media says, you got 6 or 7 YouTubers trying to repeat it. You see this with many other people too, and it's like a easy mechanism that can be used for women as well. A woman can go out and say, and we have legit, and I've been saying this for 3 years. Anybody that's been here with me for the last 2 years know I've said this. I said, women, you have to stop letting elk of women that are strippers, OnlyFans models, shit like that, copulate with women of stature. I've been around women of stature. Women in my family are women of stature. I'm talking about women that had careers, even the cousins now. None of my cousins are church girls and shit like that. I don't have no cousins that's gay. I got 2 of them. I ain't gonna lie. I got two. I got like 2 cousins that'll fuck you up. I ain't gonna lie. I got 2 cousins that'll definitely jump you. But like, I got 2 guys. I had to think about that for a second. I might even have up as an 8 or 9 of them on my mom's side. But the rest of them girls, they collegiate, they smart. You know what I'm saying? One's a nurse, another one's a freaking some type of thing where you what do you call that? Physical therapy or whatever when somebody get hurt. She does that. I got another cousin that's a banker. My aunt was a banker. I got another cousin that's a freaking I talked about her all the time. Amazon. She won 2 Amazon awards for Christian books and shit. Um, like I come from on my mom's side of the family. I come from some good people, you know, military people. So you know, my cousins weren't raised rambunctious. That's why I'm always hard on a hoe. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't come from women like that. So when I see the women like that in front of me, I easily recognize and I turn into my granddaddy and shit. Get this bitch fuck up out, you know what I'm saying? Out my space. My grandfather used to say shit like that. I'm almost like him, you know, like so. It's like I don't like rambunctious women. I don't like rambunctious women around me. Rambunctious women equal up to problems every time. Every time. Anytime you get a rambunctious woman, you got a woman without any control. So if something gets out of order, she's not able to control it. If some men start fighting, if something go down, a woman can't control the scenario just with her mouth. I saw a video just not too long ago where it was this Mexican woman. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all saw it was I think it was in Queens or in the Bronx. And this Mexican woman, this man pulled out a knife, was getting ready to stab this other dude. I can't put that shit up here, obviously, but if you've seen it floating around social media, it's a very popular video. And I'm assuming she was either Mexican or Ecuadorian. She's got a baby in her hand, and this dude, he got the sticky. And so he had the sticky in his hand. He getting ready to poke dude. You understand? And like she's sitting there trying to break them up. And I said, yo, mom, you don't see he got the poke in his hand and he reaching at the dude and you got the baby in your hand? See, that's what I'm saying. Women can't break up men fighting. Two motherfucking men want to get at each other, they're going to get at each other. It's going to be quick, instantaneously. So you see what I'm saying? You already out of your blueprint. You feel me? Like, yeah, you have your Ronda Rouseys, you know what I'm saying? Layla Ali's, whatever. But you ain't, but not in multitude. You know what I'm saying? The average chick, I'll put you on your back in 2.5 seconds. I don't give a fuck how tall you are, how fat you. I will put you on your ass in 2.5 seconds. Trust me on it. I've had so many people like think like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I can get him. I can take him. You know what I'm saying? Scoop your fucking ass right the fuck up. I don't encourage people to bicker, fight, disengage if you can. But what I don't also stand for is I don't stand for people in this new wave that happened during that little 4 years with that woke shit. It allowed people to start going around harassing people. You understand what I'm saying? And feeling comfortable about it. And I think a lot of women online, they were at this gap where they were harassing men. Like, I'll give you examples. Tory Lanez, when he got locked up, that's what he get. Kevin Samuels, when he passed away. You even had one of your biggest stars, Vivica A. Fox, make fun of him. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you think of him, I'm not taking up for him. I'm saying regardless of what you think of him, is it really the appropriate place to laugh at someone's death or demise? So we laugh at yours when it happened to you. If we are comfortable laughing at other people's demises, whether you feel justified in it or not, is another thing. But if you feel the need to celebrate everybody's demise all the time or retaliate for your demise, there's something wrong with that. And that's what I mean by these Kamala Harris videos that are popping up, or the videos like that unfunny ass motherfucking Pierre made that's in the community section. I want to go check it out. I don't like that dude. I never liked him. You know what I'm saying? I just thought he was goofy. The way he talks is goofy. He definitely don't know what he's talking about. I've seen him now arguing with like 3 or 4 different. I saw this one clip. I gotta find it. It's with him arguing with this woman, and the woman is sitting there. Listen, fella, let me tell you something real quick, right? Don't ever argue with no woman when it comes to some issues about women. You're gonna lose every time. Like, don't get in an argument with a woman about tampons, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that before. Don't get in an argument with a woman when she say, hey, you know, women wear makeup for this reason. I'm like, oh, do tell. You know what I'm saying? That's that's supposed to be a posture. Don't argue with a woman when she talk about, now I will cuss a bitch out if you disrespect me. I got a boiling point, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't got to put my hands on you or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? And there's a limit for that too. Like, bitch, you come at me with a baseball bat, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll be able to easily explain why I knocked you the fuck out. You understand? She had a baseball bat. Now, you just running your mouth for shit. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around later on, I might hit it. You know what I'm saying? I might sleep with you just to prove a point. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just saying to y'all, when you get women online and they're at a partition that are making these videos, or the men that support them, which are really brown nosing, Women, let me tell you something. When you meet a motherfucker like Pierre, go to the community section right now. You'll see the video. It's the last short that I uploaded. You'll understand the whole premise of my conversation. When you get a motherfucker like Pierre, and he got that type of message, and he running around here with that type of message, I want you men to remember something. Know who you dealing with when you go over there and you talk to that motherfucker. That's who he really is. You understand what I'm saying? That's who he is. You don't get it? That's who he is. Por la gente latino en la mente ahí. Claro. That's who this motherfucker is. Espazando. That's who he is. Espazando. No? So like, don't sit there and like brown nose with that nigga. Like that nigga is corny for that. Like I saw him arguing with a woman when a woman was trying to describe what women do. I said, oh yeah, this is a goofy. He was literally arguing with a woman. Listen one more time. I'm gonna tell you one more time. This is why I say, you ladies, you gotta watch when these suckers be coming in and support y'all. Y'all used to know this. Some of y'all need to go talk to your mothers and your grandmothers and your aunties that have been around the corner. You know, she lost the great seduction of 1998 under the motherfucking H-Town fucking song. Somebody I can knock in the boots, you know what I'm saying? Or your auntie that lost the great battle of R. Kelly in 1998 in the backseat of a Jeep. You know what I'm saying? Go ask them. Some of y'all is the nieces and nephews, and the only reason you here is because of R. Kelly, H-Town, Keith Sweat. Ask your moms how she lost the great Vijay battle of Keith Sweat back in 1983. In the back of the room there. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm being honest about this shit. So, you know, like this nigga was in the video talking about people's mamas. Your mama might have been a hoe. Why y'all call it Kamala a hoe? And I'm like, nigga, I ain't hear no black men collectively call Kamala a hoe. I heard white media and a whole bunch of other people in mass media call Kamala a hoe, though. They were the ones that first alerted us that Kamala had been out here previously hoeing with Willie. That's funny. You wrote Willie D. I'm gonna let you stay because that was funny. You wrote Willie D or whatever. I ain't Willie D, man. I don't even look nothing like Willie D, but shout out to Willie D. You know what I'm saying? What was his name? Willie Brown? That was funny. He wrote Willie D. I was going to say Willie Brown. Willie Brown. That name don't even sound trustworthy. They used to elect officials like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? They used to a lot. Congressman Ernesto Rodriguez, or Congressman Willie Brown, Congresswoman Shaniqua Evans. Oh shit, Congressman Willem Berkel. You know those type of people they used to listen. Whenever you get people with names like that, just believe there's gonna be some bullshit following behind them. 9 times out of 10, some point or another. I believe it take a lot of effort when you name your kids. I really believe that, and you have to watch what you name your kids because later on in life they're gonna have to live up to that name. Now, I'm not saying in a bad way, but there's a lot of presumptuousness that come with names. It sometimes gives a key to some people with your lineage, maybe. So, like, I'm not being judgmental, but I'm just saying, like, those names I just mentioned, to some people's ears in certain circles, I'm trying to tell you. And so you may not believe this, you don't have to, but like, for example, you ever go to an office building or whatever, and the chick got the face tag or whatever, and that should say something like Paniqua Jenkins. You're like, I don't know if I can trust this person with my it's not you, but I just don't know if I can trust Paniqua with all my information. You understand what I'm saying? Or you get some chick named Lydia Santana Maria. And they're like, okay, hold up. First of all, your middle name is Santana. Let's start there. Diablo, espíritu esos. Por favor, es momento ahora. God damn. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, like certain people, I honestly and truthfully believe a name holds a lot of weight. Like my name is a normal name. It's derivative of David. My name is a normal name in Italy. Where else is my name popular at? India. India, Europe, and it was somewhere else. Oh yeah, in Russia. That's a weird thing, but my name is popular in Russia too, with a certain group of folks that I believe was some type of Kazakhstan Jews or something like that. So within their community, my name is also a popular name and a derivative of my name as well. But a name means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like it means a lot. I had an uncle named Theopolis. You know what I'm saying? Like all my aunts and uncles in there, we ain't had no Pequanas, and I ain't knocking nobody that did. And we ain't had no Pequanas and nothing. This was my mother's side of the family. Now my father's side of the family, we just gonna keep it real. That's when that Humberto. No, that's Montanez. Montanez. All that shit comes in. But you know, like it happens. You know what I'm saying? So you can't escape it. But having a good name, it means a lot in this country. Always has. A lot of people don't think so. Some companies, they won't even put you at the elk of their company based on a name. You understand what I'm saying? It don't even have, sometimes it don't have nothing to do with you being of color. It has to do with a name and how you look representing that name. There's a guy right now, right? He's redeveloping all the Red Lobster restaurants, right? He has a very simple name. I forgot what his name is. He's a black dude. He's the one that took away that endless shrimp shit, in case y'all wondering, because they was losing money. That endless shrimp shit almost. I mean, niggas in the tri-state over the fucking Red Lobster on 42nd or 125th. They shut that bitch down. That endless shrimp shit for, what was it, like $23 or something like that? They would have it like on Wednesday or whatever. So you would have like fucking whole families who would go in there, give us like 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of fucking shrimp. And so they lost a lot of money on it. The point I'm getting at is the kid is redeveloping the what's name. Give me a second. I'm gonna look his name up because I want to say his name right. You'll understand what I'm talking about. This is and he's a young dude too. He's like under 35, I think. You know what I'm saying? But he's redeveloping all of the Red Lobster restaurants right now because they were on verge of going into bankruptcy. You know, a lot of restaurants are not doing that good nowadays because, and in my personal opinion, it's because that Grubhub shit. You know what I'm saying? Grubhub did what Uber did to the taxi. Yeah, so they were doing they did a restructuring or whatever. Just to give you an idea what I'm talking about with Red Lobster before I get into him. But I want you guys to hear what happened with them. So Red Lobster received court approval and a reconstruction plan and sale to Fortress Investment Group via RL Investment Holdings on Thursday. The company said in a press release the company previously filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protections in May. This was this year, okay? RL Investors holding the stocking horse bidder emerged as a buyer after the chain failed to receive additional qualified bids in July. So nobody even wanted to buy this shit. Ain't that crazy? The acquisition, remember I told y'all acquisitions are the future of business. You just buy the fucking company out. Like Elon Musk, I'm gonna put y'all on to something. Elon Musk getting ready to try to buy motherfucking CNN. And, you know what I'm saying? Shh, ain't nobody, I ain't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, y'all gonna see that. Y'all gonna see that. All right, let me get to this guy right here because I want y'all to know who this guy is. And man, give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Okay, and his name is, he's a 35-year-old CEO, routine PF Chang. Now, he formerly worked for PF Chang. All right, and hold on 1 second. Here we go. We can read this one. I wanted what I could read. You know, a lot of times it's just video. I don't like videos. TikToks of customers stuffing their faces. Here we go. TikToks of customers stuffing their faces with $20 endless shrimp. I told y'all. More than 100 restaurant closures and thousands of layoffs are a revolving door of CEOs Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Damalo Akadam a new chief executive of Red Lobster, is taking over the chain in turmoil. He's only 35. Now, you heard his name, right? Dumalo, right? You know why his name is different in perception? Because of his last name, African. So they look at it as it should be typical that his name should be that because he was born in Africa. This is a strange way of thinking, but this is how European and most of white society thinks. He should be typical of that name because he was born in that area. They look at African Americans in a different way. Your name should not be Paniqua or Shaniqua. Your name should not be Humberto or any of these things because of pure simple fact you live here. You wasn't born there. So that's a difference. Now with Damalu, that's his name, the CEO guy that's turning around Red Lobster right now, they're going to expect that his kids, yeah, they may maintain a last name that's African because he's a man and whoever he marries or whatever the case may be, but they're not going to want his children to have them same African first names. I guarantee you, and coming through the door like that. So his name, the kid's name will be Chris Amadalakun. You know what I'm saying? Or Mary Amadamakun. You following me here? I've seen this with Asians. I've seen this with Indians. You ever met a Mark Chang? You know what I'm saying? You ever met a, whoever. Many of us know what I'm talking about. And that's not a racist statement. It's just assimilation. That's what I'm describing here. A lot of people, they mistake what we're talking about as racism now. And I've seen 3 or 4 people try to come in and do that. I think people that come in and try to do stuff like that, they're the real racists. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't tell me, and see, this is my thing. You can't tell me how I should perceive people within 2 cultures that I belong to. You can't tell me how, and I'm around these people, I've eaten with these people, I spent Christmases with these people, I've, you know what I'm saying, got in arguments with them, hugged them, and had drinks with them, you know what I'm saying, or, back to arguing again or whatever, all my life, you understand? And then you want me to turn around and act like you or somehow or another can explain the interactions between us better than I can. That is ridiculous. That is no more than I can sit here and give you the compliments of what it means to be in depth in the culture of any other people. I can't tell you what the depths of the culture are in Asian culture. I can't tell you what the depths of the culture are in English culture. I can't tell you what the depths of the Elks are in Swedish culture. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you a couple things that I can. And that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at cultures, a lot of times we look at them at face value for what you're familiar with. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music or the dressing style or whatever. But when we get into the intricates of things that may bother a certain cultural group or whatever, I find it just a dense form of thinking when a lot of people sit around and they say, well, this person or that person, their complaints should be undermined for this set of people's complaints. And then them same other set of people's complaints that got superseded because of yours now become priority. And now they start to believe, well, they said that my advocacy was more important than yours, so I believe so too. So now once the once-time oppression that I had on myself, I'm now going to join forces with the person that took the oppression off of me and now adapt that oppression and put it onto other people. That, my friend, is what you call a narcissist and a selfish person. And someone that's benign enough to think like that, that is a person that you have to watch for. They are a cancer to whoever they approach. They are a cancer to whoever they're around. And so, meaning they spread very quickly. They get other people to think just like them. They get other people to think just like them. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear your comments and everything like that if you have any. But it's unfortunate nowadays that we have, what can I say without being a jerk? Because sometimes I say things and I say them so plainly, people think I mean them harshly. And I'm like, nah, I don't mean it harshly. But I'm a harsh speaking man and I understand it. So I think sometimes before I say what I say. So if you don't do that, you just do the rapid fire all the time. Sometimes, you know what I mean? That ain't the best thing. Let me move on. I'm going to circle back around to the whole Trump thing because I got more to say about that. I know some other people are here because they want to hear other things too. So let's talk about Diddy and his house getting sold, right? Some people are so desperate for these Diddy. The Diddy story's drying up. The Diddy stories are drying up, son. Shout out to Hirobi. If you ain't never fucked with these, fuck with these right here. These Hirobi. I'm plugging them right now. I'm about to put them in my little sale thing too. And guys, make sure you can go right there in the corner, purchase products. I get a little commission kickback for that. So make sure you go in there. All of them are from brand name stores, from Macy's, Nordstrom. Some of those stores are not available in your area. So please use my link, purchase something. I get a small commission off that, like I said. There's also other links for different types of clothing. I just mostly put men's stuff like fragrances, clothing, jackets. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all in the Northeast go pick you up a jacket, but make sure you break bread with me while you breaking bread with, you know what I'm saying, Fred Hampton. You understand? So that's what I'm asking. You know what I mean? And also make sure y'all hit the Cash App, support the channel, whatever. I tell y'all what, if y'all mess with me today on the Cash App, man, I got something for a surprise for y'all. I guarantee you. If you don't, people be out here betting their money on suckers. That should be killing me. But I had to get something in my throat. My throat was dry. I'm sorry, y'all. So I saw on a couple of vloggers, they want to take on the tassel. They're talking about Puff's house. It hasn't selling. If you know, you know. It's on the market, it's not selling. So, I heard the whole thing. Puff's house ain't selling. It's only been on the market for 2-3 months. This house in California been on the market for years, because I'll tell you ain't been nowhere, huh? That's why I'm laughing. You ain't been nowhere, huh? Listen, don't talk about no real estate not selling. You don't know nothing about the market. As many of y'all know, my endeavor into real estate and me constantly mentioning it, probably for the past 4.5 years, about and for y'all to know, and for those that don't, it ain't for them to know. I learned don't talk about that. But if y'all know, y'all know I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my, let me put it this way. My uncle, my mom's brother, not only built his house, but he also built my cousin's house. You understand what I'm saying? Which is crazy for him and his wife. You know what I'm saying? This is the truth. He built both of those houses, and they're beautiful houses. But I'm talking about with his own hands. Every weekend he would do, this is a military man. Every weekend he would go and do a little bit more. Then I think my cousin started helping him out, and some of his guys or whatever, he was able to finish him. Then when he did my cousin's house after he got married and helped him build his house, it was the same thing. He had a crew now, so it was a little bit faster process. But yes, my uncle not only built his house. I'm not talking about like somebody built a shack. No, this man built a house. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my uncle, first of all. But in this market, ain't nobody selling no homes. And the only thing you would have did was take you 10 seconds to go flick through California real estate market and the current numbers, you would have seen that. There's houses. 50 Cent's house was sitting here in Connecticut on the market, I think, for almost up about Weathersfield up there. It's further in northeast Connecticut. He and I'm talking about further. That's like an hour and a half away from here. That house sat on the market. I think it was it had to be like 7-8 years, going on 10 years. And this is here in Connecticut, where people got the money to buy. Trust me, Tommy Hilfiger brother lives here. Tommy Hilfiger himself lives here. Not too far from here right now. Who else? Eartha Kitt, she lived out here. She passed away out here. Captain Hepburn. Eric LaSalle, did y'all know the guy with the curl or whatever? He's from this county. You understand what I'm saying? From Bridgeport. I'm trying to think. Who else? God, we got so many. Martha Stewart. Gail and Oprah own the house out here. Gail and Oprah own the house out here. Um, I said Martha Stewart, Lisa Lampanelli, she's from Bridgeport. Um, God, what is that guy's name that used to play the guitar all the time? He's from Connecticut. It's so many people. They either reside here with David Letterman. He owns a house out here. The house that 50 Cent bought was Mike Tyson's old house. Yeah. It used to be in time, many people will tell you this. If you made your money in New York, you either moved to Jersey or you moved out here. And so it was two definitions of the real money. The real money will move out here. The just coming up money will move to Jersey. Who want to argue with me? I'll say it for you again. The real money used to come here to Connecticut if you made your money in New York. And the coming up money or the so-so money, you move to Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Unless you were from Jersey or you had family in Jersey. Other than that, you're not moving out of Jersey. Now, I'll give you a prime example. Puff's first freaking mansion was where? In Jersey. This is the truth. His first mansion was in Jersey. Whitney Houston, her mansion was where? In Jersey. She's from Jersey. And a whole bunch of the other ones or whatever, but it's definitely a divider. Like the CEO of Kmart used to live out freaking out. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you're from CT. You know what I'm saying? It's too much here. It's too much here. You know what I mean? Like Connecticut is one of them states where, in the tri-state, where it's known as the richest state in the union. Mm-hmm. True. So, and most educated. But there's a difference between the area of Connecticut I live in right now and the area of Connecticut that I once lived in before, even though I've lived here. You know what I'm saying? But on the shoreline, it's a lot different. We got a different set of rules. We move differently. And people have a lot more pride about themselves. I definitely will say that. When you get down to the part where I live at is like living in a beautiful suburban version of New York, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can explain it. I live in a city. You know what I mean? So, not taking away from anybody or anything like that, but what I was trying to point out is, I'm going to circle back around to it, was that a house takes a long time to sell. That house that 50 had was on the market for damn near 9-10 years almost. It was on there for a long time. He was paying $12,000 a month for the upkeep on that house right here in Connecticut. So average house here starts at about 1.5 if you want something for real, and then it goes up from there. 1.5, you're getting a co-op in the Bronx in New York. You know what I'm saying? So, you do the measure. But the house has been on the market for 2 months. Man want damn near $60 million for it. And excuse my French, you got a bitch and bitches and bitch niggas online talking about key. I'm gonna say how much key y'all doing under this Trump administration. I want to see if the key stay the same octave. You know what I'm saying? The key. Man, listen, as soon as I have a motherfucker talk like that with that key shit behind it, you automatically eliminated. If my first interaction with you is a key, I mean, this is a silly motherfucker all the time. He thinks he's a fun. What, you a fucking comedian? You understand what I mean? So I don't like men like that. I don't like men that are comedians. I don't like men that try to go around with bravado or whatever. I don't like and try to express it on other people, whatever. Because like, if I can't beat you, first thing I'm doing is, you know what I mean? Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't doubt nothing else, don't doubt that. You know what I mean? For real. So it's like, I don't like guys like that. I don't like women that are such misandrous that they daily get up online and just bother people. I don't like it. The harassment angle is what I'm talking about mostly. You understand what I'm saying? The harassment angle that people have nowadays online with this Puffs thing, and what a lot of other different conversations is just crazy to me. You have people online, and I don't know how it's getting through, but you have people online that are literally making up titles, and I don't know if it's clickbait, whatever you want to call it, and they're trying to get people to come over to their pages, and they'll make up these elaborate titles. Like I saw one, Justin and Quincy to be arrested on Monday. Da, da, da. I just saw this last night, under federal charges. I've got the indictment. I got the. Then you go to the page, you open it up, and he just got some like narrator voice, and the narrator voice is telling the whole story, not the actual podcaster, so they can't be held liable. Is that what you think? No, you're held liable. If you type out the script, you're held liable, motherfucker. That doesn't, whatever raggedy lawyer you got, you need to take another you need to take another consultation with him. It's going to cost you, but you need to take another consultation with him, because that's not the truth. Anything that's dictation by yourself, sir, even though you put it in an AI engine, which is considered in the court of law to render whatever you said, is still what you said. You understand what I'm saying? You gave the device option. The device gave you option to dictate whatever you wanted to, put it into a dissertation, press enter, and allow that speech engine to generate a voice for what you had wrote. Therefore, you are still responsible. And that's the problem I have with a lot of these irresponsible bloggers. Now, look here. I'm going to tell y'all one last time. All right. And it ain't going to be from me. That's the part y'all get. Y'all think it's me. Well, it's me, but it ain't me. You understand what I'm saying? It's me, but it ain't me. You got it wrong, babe. But you fucking with me is the reason it's happening. Like I'm trying to tell you. So let me enlighten you. Okay. Let me enlighten you. It's okay to talk about Puff. It's okay to talk about the case. It's okay to talk about your discernment. I can understand that with some of you ladies after y'all saw that video. I was disgusted by it too. All right. I done said this enough times. You understand what I'm saying? And I love you ladies. What I look like not loving pussy. Now, but that's another conversation. That's not it. My point I'm getting at is this. When you start creating these little sewing groups of, hey, my whole entire page is going to be about Puffy, and I'm just going to pretend to my audience that I was actually around an environment that I never was around, and I got the answers based on my front porch mentality. This front porch mentality is on the rise over here on YouTube, boy. I'm trying to tell you. You don't know what I mean by front porch mentality? The front of the porch mentality. Well, Lord, it seemed like to me, and hood rationing and shit like that. Nigga, if you were so good at hood rationing, why the fuck are you reporting what you talking about in the hood? Nigga's 35, 40 years old doing reports like listen, it makes sense. Listen, let me tell you what I mean now. If you 35, 40, 45 years old and you reporting on another man's riches and you still living in the hood at 35, 40, 45 years old, some of y'all living with a chick at 35, 40, 45 years old, listen to me. If you living with a chick at 35, 40, 45 years old, right? Or you still living in the hood at 35, 40, 45 years old, even 50s, what the fuck do you have a position in anything to talk about anything financial? And you've never been out of that environment. Is that fair? You got bitches and niggas. It's made their first $100,000 2 years ago. And they 45. Talking about, yeah, the key to money. It's fucking funny to me. So I was in the music game. I'm in my 40s now. I was around the music game, 21 going on to 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up around people that was getting real money. I know when Puff had his first, that baby blue powdered Bentley. That was one of the first Bentley drop top coupe joints I seen. I still got the picture of that too. I'm gonna put that up in a minute. Y'all know every now and then I flash pictures through here, whatever, let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking to somebody that's fraud. I actually rolled with these niggas. So, regardless how anybody try to present me, it's funny that I always have people that's actually with, hey, what's going on, Ruby Johnson? I always with the company to come in my defense. You know what I'm saying? Love talking about other men, don't I? I don't know what the fuck that mean, but evidently, Harry, you wasn't here earlier, huh? Oh, let me give me a second, kids. Let me just take care of Harry real quick. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I'm right about something. Of course. Harry's been on here for a year, got 1 subscriber. Okay, Harry, this is gonna be real quick. You missed earlier when I was here, and I was talking about how I don't even pay attention to men that leave key, or ha, at the end of their sentences. You know why I don't? Because it usually alludes that they were raised by women, and a type of woman, not a productive woman, but a type of woman. Type of woman that would be in, hair salon fighting with bitches and shit like that. So, Harry, I'm glad you came by, gave us your enlightening words. You understand what I'm saying? And shout out to Harry, man. Yeah, man. You definitely came in here talking about it, man. Okay, back to the subject. The housing market, that's what I left off at. The housing market is scarce, period. But what's going to happen is we ain't just talking about that conversation with Diddy and the house not being sold and how fraudulent that comes across or whatever. The house has been on the market for 2 years. 2 months. Is they were asking $60 million. And motherfuckers is having conversations that make $20,000 at tops on YouTube a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit don't make sense, bro. You know? It don't make sense. We got people out here that literally want to tie down everybody with a black face or a brown face in the music industry, J-Lo, Diddy, whatever, but don't want to tie down nobody that's white American. And that's crazy to me. You don't hear any white Americans getting bored into these conversations. We heard mutters of Justin Bieber, but when it comes to Justin, the only thing they doing is they sitting there, oh, poor Justin. Justin was taken advantage of. Justin. How come Justin Bieber ain't said none of that shit? How come Justin Bieber's peoples ain't said none of that shit? People will sit out here and run that little partition of that show. It was funny because nobody let y'all know that show was actually a series, and they had multiple stars on there with kids and older people alike, and that was the motif of the show. You know what I'm saying? I danced on MTV for 2 years. Trust me when I tell you this. And so they never mentioned that. So next time when somebody shows you that clip, that MTV clip with him and Puff or whatever, tell them to explain to you that was a whole series show. People were presenting that like that was just Puff on that episode. No, nigga. That was a fucking 2-year run with that show. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm probably going to, I know he'll do it. So I'm going to get my buddy from MTV. I don't know if he's still, no, actually, he's not over at BET anymore. He's over at Star shit now. But he'll be able to explain this to you a little bit better for y'all. He has a kid and a family now. He ain't into that no more because he grown up. Is that so? You talked to Justin, he told you that? Player one says he has a kid and a family. He ain't into that no more because he grown up. Is that so? Is that so? You talked to him. He told you that? Watch this. He told you that, player one? Did you talk to him? Did you talk to him? Don't go with the listen, man. Don't go with the regular female back and forth shit. I asked you a question. Be a man if you're a man. If you're a woman, be a woman. Answer the question. Did you talk to him? Don't ask me a fucking rhetorical question back. That's dumb nigga shit. Now answer the question. Did you talk to him? See, the only nigga that writes something like that and write a rhetorical question back, oh yeah, you gotta go. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna break this nigga down real quick before I let him go. Only nigga that write a rhetorical fucking question like that is one type of nigga. I ain't reading shit else you wrote. And now you leave a crying emojis. You exactly the archetype of nigga I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? When the revolutions go, only probably things that do is squeal. You understand what I'm saying? Nas talked about it. When the revolution start, all they probably do is squeal. But chill. Catch you on the next VI. Anyway, listen, right? When you get people like Player One in here, I asked him a very simple question. Her, whoever. I said, yo, have you talked to him? You're making a statement for another man that's married with a kid you ain't never been around, ain't never been around that business, ain't never hung out with, but yet and still you here speaking for another motherfucking man. Y'all don't see the semblance with the stupidity right here in that? That's just like me, like, listen, watch this. Michael Jordan, he stopped eating ham sandwiches really because he knew his cholesterol was catching up. Michael Jackson, he actually didn't want to get injected anymore, but the doctor forced him to. See how they go? So when you get people like that that's in the culture, like this goofy right here, you understand what I'm saying, man? Get the fuck off my channel, nigga. You looking for some shine. When you get goofies like that in the chat room, that's how you have to devastate and break them down. You notice they never answered the question. I said, did you talk to Justin Bieber? You see what I mean? But you out here pronouncing where another man's position is in life. And I want y'all to take notice of that behavior, because that behavior is condensed in here on YouTube. Motherfuckers will talk however the fuck they feel inside and think that that's supposed to be representatory of how that person actually feels. That's a fucking mental disorder, dog. That's a mental disorder. And then when I asked you, I said, hey, very calmly, you had the chance to be a man or a woman. Have you talked to Justin Bieber? All that you had to say was yes or no, but their pride and their ego immersed in that mental illness won't allow them to do that. So instead, what they do is they turn around and they say little goofy shit back to you. You can always print them from a mile away. That's when you know you're not dealing with somebody. Either not dealing with somebody that's intelligent or somebody that doesn't respect you based on gender, color, whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like, yo, you know what? I don't even argue with people like that. It's a waste of time, B. You know what I'm saying? The key society run deep on here, but we're going to break them down. You know what I'm saying? Jennings, what's going on? What's going on? Already. NL, you in the building? That's NL? You said Jennings. I might be NL in the building. Put in yes or no if it's NL. What up, NL? Green gold ass niggas, love y'all. I'm still out here working. No, I got one. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if you ain't talked to Justin Bieber, how the hell you up on here trying to talk for Justin Bieber? That shit don't even make sense. So I'm not going to argue with somebody like that, because one, you haven't come from the same background I have. I got a video on here right now where I done worked with the same producers as Justin Bieber at Daddy's house, and he tell you that in the video. He had recorded Justin Bieber, Shakira, Wyclef, Busta Rhymes, French Montana. Hold up, I'll share it again in a few seconds here. I've shared it before. It's up here. And many other videos of me recording at Daddy's house recording studio, plus form of studio. I even took y'all there, which I could go on my lives and just scroll a little bit. I think it was like less than a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, maybe, guys, for my long-time listeners. I do a lot of trips on here. You know what I'm saying? In fact, we want to do one today for y'all. So make sure y'all hit the Cash App, $ STRINGERBELL80. If you never subscribed, if you never subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you never purchased any products, make sure you go into that little description box right there. You'll see some products right there. Yes, I'm going to plug myself. Yes, man. You know what I mean? We want to joke about people we formerly sat around and celebrated. We want to joke about people that look just like us, you know? And I find that fucking deplorable. And I think this woke shit, I said in front of Trump Tower, we did 33,000 views on that video. I said, and this is just, 4 days ago? I said in that video right then and there, I said, yo, this woke shit, it's got to go. For some groups, it helps them. But in my opinion, for blacks and Latinos, it hurts them. And that's why you saw so many black and Latino men, in my opinion, go and go back and rediscover Trump, in my personal opinion. And I don't think they should be shamed for their political choices or their vote. And when you have a litany of women, and the first time I've ever seen this, I've never seen women attack men for their choice and vote. It was like you was trying to navigate their vote. And it seemed like it was some type of shaming tactics what these women have been using, accompanied along with this woke shit for years now. It's now exposed. You girls exposed yourself. I told you y'all was gonna keep that shit up so much with the victim shit. And sooner or later, it was going to expose itself. Well, here's the time. The time is now. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get me, do you? All those videos it's hundreds of them. All those videos that are up of women talking about their displeasement because Trump got elected, and how black men and Latin men let them down. You understand what I'm saying? Has caused a ripple effect, because now you got the major media outlets and they're looking at these videos and they're like, oh shit, word, that's how they feel? They're having full conversations about it. Fox has had a conversation about it. CNN has had a conversation about it. And it'll follow on, and more of these videos will come up. in a variety of different efforts. Some of them are talking about we gonna take pussy away for 4 years. Some bitches talking about we gonna have no babies for 4 years. Some chicks talking about we gonna move to Canada. Some chicks is talking about this, that, other than the third. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? All this because of a vote, because we didn't want the first woman president. It's not that niggas don't want a first woman president. They don't want that bitch. And when I hear other women out here reiterating same words I said, they don't want that bitch. Now, I'm fine with a Michelle Obama sitting up there. Shit. Remember, she went and got Michelle Obama. We'll talk about some other things. All that money y'all donated to that bitch spent every motherfucking dime of it. Do you know that this goofy bitch spent $1 billion and is in the hole for $20 million? Kamala Harris. She spent $1 billion trying to get herself elected. Money that you girls paid her to do. And as a result, the only thing this whole boy y'all was Megan twerking on stage. Cardi, I love you. With that weak ass shit Cardi had on stage. Cardi, I love you. You know I'm riding for you. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Everybody on the hell. You know what I'm saying? All right. But, oh my God. Who else did she have up there? Michelle Obama was the only thing that resonated with me. Michelle had that, when Michelle did the speech for it, I don't know how much she paid Michelle to do that. I would think it would be a party favor at that point. Biden. Or maybe not, it could be presumptuous. I think so. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. 100 plus of y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. I think they would have fairly did better if they would have ran Michelle Obama based on the tenacity and the eruption that went in the crowd when she walked on stage to give her, endorsement speech of Kamala at the time. And I said that time, I said, why are they not running her? She's the one, we respect her. 2, she's a lawyer. 3, she has no reputation of sliming her way to the top, if you get what I'm saying, with Willie Brown. You know what I'm saying? And it's throwback pictures of her and Barack. I mean, there's no conversation here that need to be scared. That's Barack Obama's pussy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she walk into the room, you're like, oh, that's Barack's chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain women that are like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men, we strive for that woman. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's David's chick, man. Leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying if you're a guy. There's just some situations just resonate with that, And Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, they so joined at the hip that's what it is. I think they would have set us a far big advantage. They wouldn't have had to spend as much money if they just would have pushed for Michelle to run. But I don't think Michelle wanted to run. Maybe just run, or she don't want to run at all. But Michelle, I'm saying to you, I think if you ran, you could win. Hell, what the fuck was Hillary doing? We should have went over there and got Hillary's raggedy ass. At least she got legacy with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Her husband was the president. But by picking this chick right here, I think somebody along the way was sabotaging the movie. It was like, okay, who can we pick out of everybody out here? Michelle busy. Fuck it, just put Kamala up here. And tell everybody she's black. Now I'm fucking around. Tell everybody she's black. They'll love it, trust me. All right, you ready? All right, rolling. Hi, I'm Kamala Harris and I'm black. Say it one more time. Hi, I'm Kamala. That's why I said sometimes it ain't about no racism, dog. This is acknowledging shit. The bitch ain't black, dog. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we just say that? Like, in a traditional sense, anyway. Is that fair? Like, she's got the Negro genome, of course, but in a traditional sense. And I think her lie and her persistent pandering with that lie led to what it is. But how does a bitch spend $1 billion and she's $20 million in debt on a campaign? I'm just asking. I don't know who Devon Jennings is. I don't know who that is. And I don't know who you are either. Who are you? Channel activity. You joined here 10 years ago and you only got 7 subscribers, and I can see your face now. You don't look familiar either. No, swear, we don't know each other. All right. Make sure you hit that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Over 100 plus people in the chat room. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We just having an open conversation here. Kamala, Diddy. Oh, it's something else I wanted to tap on too, and I wanted to talk about it real quick, and it just blew my mind. I'm gonna go look in a second. Give me a second though, because it was something else I had seen, and I wanted to talk about it so much, and I'm trying to think what it is. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me look right here, my little what's name, because I really wanted to talk about this the other day, and I didn't get the chance to do it. And I said, when I get the chance, I'm going to talk about it on the next podcast. Yeah, here we go. I just wanted to talk about this real quick because this kind of grinded my gears too, about something. Where is it at? Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Jaguar. So I went over to that little station she be over there, whatever. They become a topic of interest for me. And so I went over there to see what they were talking about. And this show is fire. They did exactly what I thought they was going to do, predictably. The motherfucker. They switched up the first round of commentary. Oh, 52 fake out, huh? I got you. And so I watched that little thing with that old, what's called old, let me tell you something. So these two podcasters, two white gentlemen, and Jaguar, I'm not going to mention either one of them's name. Jaguar Wright, she goes over there and kind of, sits with them or whatever the case may be. So yesterday they had a old Sheila on there. She couldn't hide that accent if she wanted to, could she? Had old Sheila on there. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you don't. I don't know. They had a little Sheila on there with white hair. She almost looked like Sindel from fucking Mortal Kombat. And Sindel, aka Sheila, was on there. She was, yeah. And the whistle, and the esoteric this and the esoteric that. And I was like, oh God, she really thinks that's how it goes, huh? How long have you been running this one, lady? How long you been running this one? Yeah, that's what I was saying. But one thing that came to my hold on 1 second. One thing that came to my acknowledgement when I was watching their podcast was how much one of the guys looked like this guy to me. Then when he threw in the fact that he actually, and believe it or not, he actually was a pagan, even struck even more of a chord with me. But he looked exactly like this guy. His temperament even looked just like him. To this guy right here, he looked just like this guy. And I said to myself, you don't believe me? Hold on, I'll give you another one of them. That was actually a good picture of him. Want some more pictures of him? I said, yeah, you really, really look like that guy. And then you said you was a pagan. And I said, oh, well, a lot of times paganism is inclusive of demonology and Satanism. Oh, they have a lot of the same pillars. Don't tell me anything different. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. They have many of the same pillars. You'd be surprised. Here's another one. This might seal the deal right here. This is a look that these particular gentlemen of this elk take purposely. A lot of times they can grow hair. Like it's this gentleman. If you look at his hairline, he can actually grow hair. You understand? I don't know you, and have a good afternoon. You asking all kinds of weird shit. Talking about my Uncle Sonny's guy. I don't have no Uncle Sonny, and So you be getting a lot of these mentally ill people in your chat room, bro. Are you Uncle Sonny's kid? Who the fuck is Uncle Sonny? I don't know you or Uncle Sonny. Get the fuck off my page. I want some Uncle Sonny. What y'all over here trying to trying to say y'all related to people now? Shit. Nah. I don't know you. I don't know. Keep asking me all kinds of questions and shit. Did you see this guy right here? He holds a striking resemblance to somebody that I've seen, and the way your eyes twitch, when certain things are said, led me to believe a little even bit more that who I'm seeing might be part of that elk. Now, as once a wise old owl told me, you got to watch when you get in these markets and you part of this elk. Strange resemblance, isn't it? First thing I noticed about him when I saw him, I said, you know what? Something's off about that guy. Something looks real familiar in his face. And a lot of times this is what happens. Like a lot of times, even motherfuckers are reincarnated just like good people are. You don't have to believe that if you don't want to, it's your choice. But evil motherfuckers are reincarnated. They come back at least 4 to 5 times. The fourth time they come back and do good, but they usually have 3 reincarnations where they're horrible people if they were horrible people. Now you don't have to believe that. I don't care if you believe that. That's your business. But the point is, it's the truth. And so they come back in 3 incarnations of who they are. This is where they're getting this theory nowadays with this multiverse shit. That multiverse shit is actually out of the book. No, don't say that. That's him and his family. Now this man, I'm not gonna say what his name is because it's a peril to say his name, and it draws certain type of attention that you don't want. But this particular man looks just like this man that's on that podcast. And one thing I know about this particular elk, they all got that same dimension. It's almost like they come from an order. So they all have the same thing. Bull head, strong gold teeth, prominent chin. Always. I'll show you another picture. And I'm not saying he has the same intention. But I just overheard you saying that you, sir, were a pagan. And this, oddly enough, the resemblance is almost uncanny. And it's when you did a particular little smile. I saw you on your podcast yesterday. You did a particular little sigh and smile. It was reminiscent. And I've seen this guy. He used to do the same exact motion. It's very interesting. And so, as somebody that's studied this guy and a whole bunch of other stuff that you wouldn't even be aware of, I know one thing. When I see, do y'all need a definition of what a pagan is? Let's do that. I want to be fair. So y'all think I'm just feeding y'all something, right? Because, a lot of people, they're getting it. You're just feeding us this. No, I'm not just feeding it to you. Pagan. Okay, let's look up the definition of paganism. All right, here we go. Paganism. Latin, paganus, is a term first used in the 4th century by early Christians for people in the Roman Empire. You know who else was in the Roman Empire? Caligula, who practiced polytheism or ethnic religions other than Judaism. In the time of the Roman Empire, individuals fell into pagan class either because they were increasingly rural, provincial relative to Christian population, or because they were not Milite Christi, soldiers of Christ, military Christi. That's what that means in Latin. In Latin. Alternative terms used in the Christian text. Where's their belief system at? That's what the fuck I want to know. I don't give a fuck about all that other shit. I don't want to know y'all roots and all that. I want to know what y'all practices are. Where is that at? Rituals. Pagans perform rituals to communicate with the divine, which are often symbolic and can include chanting, dancing, drumming, meditation, prayers, sharing food and drink. Rituals also involve the use of natural elements like incense, salt water, representations of 4 elements and cardinal directions. You know who else does that shit? Witchcraft. Entonces, sabe, para la gente latino, esta bruja. Entonces, sabe, espíritu. Entonces, sabe, claro que sí. Seasonal festivities. Pagans celebrate seasonal changes and cycles of the moon. For example, Samhain, a holiday that marks the end of harvest session and the beginning of winter. That's a hostis. What's that? What's that? Anybody? La bruja. Rites of passage. Pagans celebrate rites of passage such as birth, weddings, and death. Who else does that? La bruja. Hold on, y'all want to keep going? Magic. Pagans believe in the outer world and the world that is constant communication, and magic is feasibly the activity. This is the definition of pagan practices. Natures. Pagans believe in the best places to worship are outdoors and not built by humans, making pagans worship nature, which is nothing wrong with that. And they're not necessarily a bad bunch of people, whatever the case may be, but they are known in the negative around the world in some places. Now, I'm going to give you an example of that. Paganism, what's the word I'm looking for here? Paganism, okay, here, we'll put that. Let's see what comes up with that. Anti-paganism is a series of law and policies. Yeah, there it is. So this one I want to show you where it's from. Anti-paganism was a series of laws and policies enacted by the Byzantine emperors from 395 to 567 that sought to suppress paganism and increase penalties for its practice. These laws were aimed at closing pagan temples, banning pagan sacrifices, and restricting practice of divination. Okay, Theseus prohibited all pagan sacrifices and worships and forbade imperial officers from honoring their lair, genius. Yeah, the word genius is also from paganism. I forgot to tell y'all that. Whenever you use the word, hey, genius, that's a pagan word. He also prohibited divination, even if it was considered harmful to the emperor. Constantinople II. These are all the different emperors that outlawed it. Prescribed the death penalty for those who performed or attended pagan sacrifices for worshiping idols. He was also ordered to closure of the pagan temples. Honorius and Theodosilus II enacted decrees in 416 AD that prohibited pagans from receiving imperial service or rank an administrator or judge. Despite these laws, paganism remained popular among the population, and many governors and magistrates passively resisted the emperor's policies. Most temples remained open in the reign of Justin I, and there's no evidence of death penalty being carried out for any legal sacrifices among Tiberius Constantine. But there was a lot of them. The Byzantine, the empire, definitely was the halt of it. That's what I was trying to tell you before. Hell, this is how they looked at them. If you're wondering where this picture ever came from, if you've ever seen it, this comes from anti-paganism. I've showed this picture before. This picture was meant and how they viewed pagans. They viewed them as demons and worldly people. Well, I don't trust no motherfucking pagans. So, Huggy, I know what you done made mentions of before. We ain't got to talk about that. Something totally different than what I'm talking about, and that's a whole different argument. But I want y'all to make sure y'all go over there and tell Jaguar, right, Huggy Pamp as I call her. Tell her, don't take your ass back over there. That's a warlock. He's a warlock. And what you found yourself in, my dear, is a coven of witches, at the very least. Get out of there. Quickly. Your soul, my sweetheart, is in peril right now. And the reason I said it the other day, when you ran into, excuse me, I want to say his name right. Jesus Christ, is right on the tip of my tongue. Dr. Carnell West. When you ran into Dr. Carnell West, that was divine intervention. You should have used that moment and been wholeheartedly a little bit more than you were and trying to be more so resonant with the audience. Stop thinking about the fucking audience. The audience don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about anybody. I've been here for an hour and 34 minutes. You see anybody donate to me, they barely even want to hit the like button, but they're sitting here listening to me. So this audience shit, it only goes so far. These people are not our friends, Jaguar. You understand what I'm saying? These people that invite you in to do interviews with you are not your friends either. They're not. They're not. So I don't do interviews with people. I don't sit with nobody. I don't sit with nobody. And at the end of the day, I will be respected for that. Now, I command this motherfucker spaceship. Fuck your spaceship. I don't want to be in that raggedy motherfucker anyway, knuckle. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason I read all that shit about pagans and all that is because the dude said he was a pagan. The reason I read you how they were outlawed during the Byzantine period by multiple emperors was because there was a set of laws against pagans. They worship the same thing as witchcraft. That's what they viewed them as. A lot of the people that you see up at the Salem witch trials, they named them the same thing. Oh, these are pagans, paganistic rituals, paganistic sacrifices, paganistic. And when I looked at the motherfucker, I said, this motherfucker looked just like Anton LaVey. Like he looked just like him. I said, well, sometimes the spirit of people goes into other people. You know what I'm saying? Got my light to step this week to donate. Too steep this week. Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But make sure y'all do hit that Cash App, though, for y'all that can't afford it, because we might go on a little trip today if y'all want to do that. I see $60 in there. We could do that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button, too. And if you donate, say something in the chat room so I can shout you out. I don't like people, donating and supporting the channel. I don't say their name and nothing like that. I think that's just, I don't know. I find that so disingenuous. So we had an hour 35-minute mark right here. We good. So moving on. All right, we covered that with Huggy. Yeah, I ain't like Huggy over there. Yesterday he had some fucking some Sheila over there with him from Australia. But she's a different type of Sheila, ain't you? Huh? For the luck of the Irish. Yeah, them old Sheila over there with him. I ain't seen a Sheila in a long time. We used to have a couple of Sheilas over there in Brooklyn, and you catch them in the Bronx here and there. Yeah, old Sheila he had with him, huh? Like, Sheila, get on here and tell them the esoterical, quizzitypical, and tell them how you can feel and chant and que la madre. Ay, diablo, el blanquita aquí dice, tú sabes, esa no es la bruja, esa es la mujer, pero el problema en la mente, like, fuck. Listen, you and your Sheila, y'all put on a perfect performance yesterday, man. Fucking bravo. You know what I'm saying? Only difference is you were laughing at her because the pagan practices you're privy to don't even compare to the shit she was mentioning. Ain't that right? Is that a good assumption? I think that's a good assumption. You look like an old school warlock, too. With the face of Anton LaVey. That's very interesting. And you ended up getting Huggy Pampers to come sit with y'all. Another group of European gentlemen that are thirsty because they want the information on Puffy, not because they want to justify so-called victims such as Cassie or any of them to have vindication. No, what they want to do is they want to make sure they're mounted as the new media and the new champions of media. And whoever you got to use a piggyback on your way to getting there, including niggas, you gonna do. Nah, ain't working that way. Ain't working that way. And you motherfuckers that y'all go and sit with these motherfuckers, y'all need to start thinking of it like that. You understand? Thank you, Ruby. Y'all need to start thinking of it like that. Y'all can't be out here backing these motherfuckers and sitting with these motherfuckers just because they're something different. You understand what I'm saying? No more if it wasn't a problem of many of these fucking podcasters where y'all made it. Look, y'all done made it that nobody wants to sit with y'all. We already see the game coming. Like, I don't want to sit with one of these niggas. I know they're going to chop my shit up, take it, create a narrative on it, and then say it's something else. You understand what I'm saying? I watched them do the same thing with Jaguar. I saw them do the same thing with other stars. I've seen a lot of these people that sit down with all these, I'm going to sit down with this outlet, this outlet, this outlet. And the only thing they got to say about it is, okay, it's a moment. I can cash in on a moment. I can make some money, and I can be out. Okay, what happens after this moment is over? Now you always labeled. I'm always going to go back and watch it. People going to look at it in a different connotation from 5 years from now. They're going to look at their videos when y'all was sitting there and y'all was talking. Like, man, fuck that nigga. That nigga's a snitch. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to sit down and talk and be like, yeah, I saw some girls getting fucked up or whatever. When you start throwing all the marinara sauce in it and you know, mixing it up, throwing a little Parmesan cheese on it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I saw that happen in 2008, but I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that's just how people did. If you saw a girl getting attacked in 2008, you didn't say nothing, nigga, you pussy. Point blank. There ain't no fucking explaining that. Nigga, you felt at that moment you getting a check was bigger than that chick getting assaulted, beat up, whatever the fuck else you say. I don't mean that to nobody specific. I mean that to multitudes of motherfuckers, just in connotation of the conversation. You got to be pussy. If you saw all that shit happening, you ain't say nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, even back then, you could have called the cops. The cops would have came. That would have been the one set of motherfuckers that Puff wasn't challenging. Now, is that fair? You understand what I'm saying? All this putting your spin on shit. Yeah, man, you know, and they went through the underground tunnel when they had J-Lo with them, and she came out and she actually had, you know, like they sped off from Club New York. They went into a vortex. They ended up in the underground tunnels, and J-Lo came out and she had taken the gun out of her purse after that. That's what really happened, Sean. You know what I'm saying? I was there. Like, niggas get to the point where they running out of ammo, so now they making up stories. You know what I'm saying? We saw this girl this recently. She made up a story. You know, honestly, I can't say for that show with the two dudes, you know, especially the one with the shaved hair on the side or whatever. Oh man, you know who that represents, right? Can you tell everybody who that haircut represents? You know, you don't tell people what deity that haircut you have represents. You don't tell people why you cut your hair like that, huh? Sheila no Scott Smite McBrien. All right. Well, all right. Oh man, don't play with me with that, man. Don't play with me with that one. I will break your culture down like that. Multiple ones of them. It's easy. Even the two I'm belong to. I'll break them down all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you brought a Sheila up there with you. Ah. Sheila, what are you up to? What are you doing out here, Sheila? Huh? She had a little, you can find me at this website. And please make sure you go here and donate and contribute. You know, we're allowing witches to have fucking cash apps. Yeah, I don't remember what I told you. I said you're entering the time of the witch. I too, well, me and Jaguar. Jaguar, be on the lookout. We got a moon passing soon. It's very significant to you and I. So make sure you pay attention to that. Talking about us Taurus. Now we're very sensitive to the moon. Each time the moon has a phase, you don't know, but Taurus, Scorpio, and Cancer, we're affected by it very differently than most other people. Most other people just a full moon to them. For us, it invokes luck. A lot of times it invokes change, it invokes transgression from one previous person to a new person or whatever. We got a moon coming up pretty soon. Yeah. You should make sure you put it in your calendar. You hear me? But yeah, these two paganists, or at least one of them anyway, especially one that looks like Anton LaVey, the Jaguar been over there doing interviews with, that y'all been inviting every black woman y'all can find to come over to y'all channel to interview or whatever. I don't like that shit. And I know a lot of other men that have been taking notice of that shit too, and they don't like it either. So I want to make this message to those type of men like that just happen to be white that like to do that to women of color. We don't play that shit, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna tell you this much. There's some niggas out here that are bend over bending knee to get on your show. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, because I looked at your video numbers, nigga. I ain't even got as many subscribers y'all do, and I do just as many numbers. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fact. So, you know, it definitely ain't y'all personality. Let's say that much. Is that fair? Is that fair? Oi. You know what I mean? Is that fair? Oi. So, with that being said, right? I'm not gonna call you names because I get what you're trying to do. Hey, what's going on, Kendall knows? I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to get your numbers up or whatever, whatever. But you ain't gonna do it on the motherfucking backs of our bitches. You understand what I'm saying? The ladies, shut the fuck up. I know a lot of y'all ain't like the way I said this. Just stay the fuck here. I love y'all. You understand? This for y'all. So sit your fucking raggedy ass down. Shut the fuck up. This is one of the time. Pay attention. You know how your uncle used to tell your mama that? Go sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. Let folks handle business real quick. I don't like these two motherfuckers. They don't have necessarily do shit. I got white friends. They don't have nothing to do with being white. It's just particular that these two white gentlemen, these two old pimps, you understand what I'm saying? I know a pimp when I see one. You understand what I'm saying? These two old white pimps, you know what I'm saying? To dabble, one of them dabbles in paganism. I just broke that all down or whatever, whatever. All the tenets of paganism are simultaneously aligned with witchcraft and demonology and sacrifices. And I said this shit to you before I read it out. If y'all need some confirmation, go back and rewind. I'm not reading that shit. Well, I might read that shit back out again just for connotation. But I don't like Jag over there with some fucking pagans. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. I don't like that you picking nigga gals to come over there and talk to you. A nigga gal. Sound like you know Big Daddy on the porch. Nigga gal. You and your Jimmy rode from Texas to Tennessee to buy one of my nigga gals. No appointment, no nothing. Ass sounding motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen Natalia, whatever her name is. Chick from the bottom of my heart. Your own motherfucking son said, won't you get your ass the fuck off YouTube? And that's respectfully. Your own motherfucking, listen, your own fucking son told you to get the fuck off YouTube, and you still the fuck on here. Oh, fucking now. If y'all want to talk about some e-begging, that bitch is e-begging. I don't give a fuck. So, like, listen, it's different if you ain't get paid out your money or whatever, you trying to fight for justice. Bitch, your case was adjudicated over 24 years ago. Why the fuck are you still out here with your Cash App cup open, asking motherfuckers to donate to you because you had spent the money up or didn't motherfucking invest the money sloppy? Had it been a man and he had gotten $1 million motherfucking check and spent all of it up, every last motherfucking broad out here would be like, oh, he fucked it up. It wouldn't be no interviews. Wouldn't be, yo, can I get the kickback and that. She claims I got medical problems because of this. Well, you do like they tell us. You should have invested your money better. You should have invested your money better. You understand what I'm saying? She's so embedded. It's something. You crazy. You can fit a nickel in that motherfucker. I hear you, brother. Peace. Got a guys. Guys, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Over 140 people in the chat room right now. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, make sure y'all hit that Cash App. And also, make sure you go and purchase some products that are right there in the side corner. Get something for your husband, boyfriend, or whatever. We got a whole bunch of men's clothes in there from name brand stores. Let me include that. Nordstrom, Macy's. You understand what I'm saying? The best. So make sure you go purchase something or whatever. Get right. That's amazing how people will jump off of here when you trying to make money. I told you, a lot of people on here, they don't like when men of color trying to make money. They only like when women trying to make money. But that all is about to change here on YouTube. Because as the president, Jay, I was trying to tell y'all, Jay, y'all don't be listening to me. That whole little market y'all got with that T-market shit. Let me segue into that. That was the other conversation I wanted to have. We'll come back and we'll double down on Anton LaVey and his what do you want to call it? His assistant. That's two demons right there. I know two demons when I see it. Shit. Thank you very much, Ruby Johnson. I appreciate that donation. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Change is coming. They're not ready. Not ready at all. I'll predict, and I said this before, I predict by April, May, or June of this year coming up, 2025, you're gonna see a substantial change in this whole tea gossip market shit. It's got to come to a closure because that's the only way to really how can I say? That's the only way to really suppress it. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you do that, they definitely are dope stylists, Davin. Who you talking about? Oh, Groovy Lou and Misa. Yeah, definitely. What you're gonna see is you're gonna see a lot of people. I think that's who she's talking about. I'm not sure. But shout out to Groovy Lou, shout out to Misa. You're gonna see a lot of people in that T sector shit. They're gonna start to fall off. It's gradually happening now. They don't see it because YouTube was already on it already. You know what I'm saying? And getting rid of motherfuckers. I don't know. That's what somebody told me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Leo. But anyway, long story short, with that being said, you better be prepared for it. And you better have some new material. And this is what's going to get rid of some of the fluff that's on YouTube. What I think the problem is a lot of advertisers they're finding pockets where they can't even place things for advertisement. Like you can curse on here, but you can't repeatedly curse. You can say things that may not be so savorful, but you can't say it in abundance. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know how to have an equilibrium with it. And a lot of these people they don't have an equilibrium with it. I sat back and listened to this woman who has never been in the music industry a day in her life. In my personal opinion, this woman has some mental issues going on. She's very mean. Like I know a mean-spirited woman when I hear one. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of women, let me tell you something. A lot of women, they know how to smile, 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 smile. Latino women are very good at this shit. Black women, they ain't so good at it. Black women, they'll let you know they don't fucking like you. But Latino women, they're very good at this shit. And Italian women are too. They'll sit there and smile, smile, all that shit. When that bitch smile at you too heavy, understand, my nigga, she got something up her sleeve. Something about to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like anytime, like nigga, like trust me, I want to tell you this. You know what I'm saying? Yo soy like cubano, la negro. You know, like I know what I'm talking about. Like trust me when I tell you that. So it's like even though I'm American, I know the customs. You know what I'm saying? I know the difference between jibaro shit and jibara shit. Pero la campo. I know the difference between city nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a very big difference. So when I see this one girl who I believe is half Latina and half black, everything about you say you Costa Rican in the face at least. She came to my page or either had her sister come to my page. She left a comment on my page and then turned around and erased it. But you forgot, even though you write the comment and it disappear on YouTube, it don't disappear on YouTube Studio. So I saw the comment you wrote. Now I say it was very how can I say it? It was very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew who you were before you even did that. I like literally kind of played you. Like you was pretending like you was somebody else, and I was pretending like I didn't know who you were, but I knew who you were. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I knew who you were because you used that exact same name on another motherfucker, what's the name, on another profile of yours. And so when I saw the name, I'm not gonna say the name, but you, if you watch it, I didn't block you because I want you to hear this. I know who you are. You understand what I'm saying? So come in the chat room sometime, say hello, acknowledge yourself. Bitch, you might like me. You understand what I'm saying? Bitch, we might have something in common. But the point is, you sitting around here and you making up porgy pies and adding sauce and marinara on that. We can't have that, sweetheart. We just can't have that. You can't add in and call somebody's mama stupid when you don't know their mama. In real life, Janice Combs will beat your motherfucking ass. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about offline. You understand what I'm saying? You can't run around and call a little girl stupid and keep on. And any bitch that's sitting over there while this woman called make fun of a little 4-year-old, 5-year-old girl, you are a complete piece of shit. You are a complete piece of shit. If you sit around with a bitch and donate money to her, and she's making fun of a 4-year-old girl who had icing on her face and was blowing out a candle for her fucking daddy, regardless of what you think of her daddy, that's that little girl's daddy, and she's 4. You understand what I'm saying? Like no decorum was so motherfucking ever. Dad, you a piece of shit, bitch. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, any bitch out here from now on in 2025 that's putting kids in the equation of real beefs or whatever, you a piece of shit, bitch, and should be addressed as such. Hoe ass bitch. Because any other time we would have beat your ass. You wouldn't be in the middle of the Bronx being like, yo, bitch, fuck you and your kids. They'd stomp your ass out. You wouldn't be in the middle of Chicago telling some chick, yo, fuck you and your kids. They stomp your ass out. Go to Watts with that shit. Go to Compton with that shit. Go to East Oakland with that shit. Talk about somebody's kids. See, they'll stomp you the fuck out. Go down to Miami. I can tell you for a fact, you're gonna drop you right there on Ocean Drive, Washington. So let's stop all that shit. But we talking about people's kids that think it's cool because we on the phone with like one of our girlfriends or something back in the days, or one of our homeboys or whatever. That's some dangerous talk right there. If you talk about the wrong person's kid, wrong type of way or whatever, niggas gonna get at you. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know this. You got to know this. Niggas gonna ride for the kids. You know what I'm saying? But this bitch sat around and you sitting up there talking about people's kids. And like when I made my podcast, it's like she turned around and tried to increase it. Like she let certain niggas from, and let me tell you, New York blog or something, right? because this need to be said too. Listen, y'all, I know there's a lot of y'all bloggers from like Ohio, California, this place, that place, this place, that place. Listen to me when I tell you this. These fucking personalities and shit y'all talking to for the New York City tri-state area. A lot of these niggas up here ain't even fucking with them. I can put that on my mother. A lot of niggas don't want to speak to these people. A lot of people don't want to be around them. The only people that really fucking with them is their core people. You understand what I'm saying? But people from the city, they ain't rounding around these motherfuckers that y'all holding up in the air and y'all celebrating. They're not. You understand what I'm saying? And how do I know? How come you don't see them on any New York podcasts? You only see them on podcasts with niggas, the majority of them. You only see them on podcasts with a nigga from Wyoming, a nigga from Ohio, shit like that. Because nobody want to carry that type. That's not what we do up here like that. So it's very unique in the behavior. And that's why it's such a shock to us. Traditionally, that's not New York behavior to be open up and you just like sitting in front of everybody and just like snitching basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you felt that way, why you ain't say it 20 years ago? You know, that's how I feel. I don't know. I don't know how everybody else feel. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not saying no particular names. I'm just saying that's how I feel. Like if you a motherfucker that's now got a story about some shit that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago or whatever, how sorry can I feel? You understand what I'm saying? Unless it's something like drastic, but like a bitch got her ass clapped, or a chick got spanked on the ass, or a chick got kissed on the cheek the wrong. I'm supposed to drop my whole fucking day for that. Man, have you been to any of these foreign countries? Go over to Thailand and see what happens to if you smack a chick on the ass. Nothing. Go to Brazil, smack a chick on the ass, see what happens. Nothing. I'm not validating it. I'm not celebrating it, but I'm trying to tell you, like, a lot of this shit that these bitches is bringing up is light work shit, and then some of the shit they bringing up is real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that. You know what I mean? But I always keep having the conversation. Listen, I was around that shit 21, turning to 22 years. Excuse me, 20 going on 21 years old, and so I was around that business for a long time. I put up picture after picture, video after video. I got videos of me in the studio right here on this page. Like, there's no denying it. But the problem is you got a lot of motherfuckers online that have never been in the music industry a day in their life. I watched how Jaguar Wright caught out that Courtney Burgess nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know what you was trying to do too. I appreciate that, Huggy. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That's city shit. You know what I mean? She said, yo, niggas ain't recorded Daddy's House. Niggas ain't recorded Quad. Niggas ain't recorded Lady. Then what you talking about? You can't name nobody up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just went to Daddy's house not even a week. I name names. Nigga, these people know me. You know what I'm saying? So like, trust me when I tell you, like, if it's any time you talk to somebody real that was around that shit in these times. And the funny thing about it is we have a lot of people out here that are talking nowadays to these different cameras or whatever, and they wasn't around as long as me. Some of these people that's talking only was around 2 years, a year. Maybe like I was talking about Freddie P. You know what I'm saying? Freddie's still family, but nigga, I gotta call it for what the fuck it is. Nigga, you got your checks, like go sit the fuck down somewhere, nigga. Damn. Fuck you talking about? You was only around for like y'all was signed for 3 years, 4 years. So how you know about? And this was like 2002 to 2004, 5 or 6 or something like that. So how? And you was shipped home one time. So how the fuck does Freddie P know about situations that happened in 2008, 2009, 2000? Nigga, y'all was never even around Puff's mom like that. Y'all was around Puff's mom maybe like, what, at the average maybe 4 or 5 times. Y'all wasn't even around Puff's mom. Nobody was around Puff's mom like that. He didn't allow it. That's why I knew he was lying right then. But I did call it out because I said, all right, homie trying to get his check. Maybe he in need. But nigga, if you're going to do all those interviews, start having some music prepared. Fuck beefing with me. You know what the setup is. Instead of doing that, go and make some music. That's what they want to hear from you. When you sitting down and you making all that noise and you ain't got no purpose behind it and you ain't got no fucking imps behind it, and anybody else will tell you, Puff will tell you that. No, homie, what you need is a hit record. Go make some music. So when you sitting down with these folks that's using you, make sure, because they're using you, bro. They don't give a fuck about you. That's why they don't have you. Once they're done with you, they don't have you back on until there's something to talk about. Recognize when you being used, playboy. Come on, god damn, Miami. Shit. I expect more from that dude. I expect way more from him than doing shit like that. I'm from Russia. What's up, Russia? Y'all go, please. It's safe. I got to go. See y'all. Great content, sir. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit up the Cash App on your way out, Tiffany. I appreciate it. Damn, you actually speaking packed. people are usually on here talking shit. Nah, I don't do that on my podcast. We don't do that here. We don't do the talking shit. That like that approach is dead. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? And it's forcing. It's going. The momentum is so gonna force other motherfuckers to have to change course too. They're gonna have to change course because let me just finish up what I was talking about here. What's going on, Just? It's apparent that we have a market. This is tea market that has hit its brim in the coffee cup. It's over. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's really over. They think that it's hitting this crescendo, but no, I see it very differently. I say now it's hit its max. It hit this tea market has hit so much over the brim of the coffee cup that now it's burning your fingers each time you pick it up to take a sip. You understand what I'm saying? You got the scalding hot water with tea. Mashed on, you might have a little honey, you might have a little sugar, and it's just burning your hand every time because it's done. The whole tea market is now going to be seen under the Trump administration is no more than what it's always been. It looked different under the Biden administration, my personal opinion. Looked like everybody was having fun. The key, he, ha, 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 whatever. Under the Trump administration, them motherfuckers, y'all gonna view them as coons now. Just like you did priorly. And I don't know, something between like the Biden administration or something like that. I'm not bringing Biden, but just the flow of it made y'all start thinking that that type of behavior was cool. That type of behavior is not cool. That's coon tap dancing shit. We don't fuck with that. We don't fuck with that. So, like when I see this tap dancing behavior, only attacking your own on the podcast, only talking about your own on the podcast, it sits without merit. And sooner or later, more and more academic, more people that are more versed, I guess you could say there, and more a little bit more articulate, I guess you could say there. They're going to start pointing this out more and more and more. I'm just waiting for the psychiatrists and people like that to start pointing out these things that I was talking about, like celebrity obsession disorder, things like that, or whatever. So when I talk about this couple of different podcasters that I see out here that on a daily diatribe, their only dose of dealing things out is just basically this like smashing on their own people every day. That shit is coming to a halt, dog. Especially if you're making up videos or you're making up scenarios that don't exist. This is what I saw from like 3 or 4 different female vloggers who seem to be the most vicious. And then some of them, I think they do it just because they see the other female vloggers do it, if that makes any sense. They see the other girls do it, so they feel like, well, I should do the same thing too. I should just be nasty, belligerent, malicious, and girls, I'm telling you, that shit don't end up nowhere. It really don't. At the end, people start look at you like they looked at Wendy Williams. You notice Wendy Williams walked off, don't nobody give a fuck? You barely hear a motherfucker even talk about Wendy Williams. She was the queen of me, wasn't she? When the last time you heard her, you saw a post about Wendy Williams? Huh? When's the last time y'all saw any post about Wendy Williams? I'll wait. Y'all don't even know if Wendy Williams fucking alive right now. You understand what I'm saying? So you feel what I mean? People like that don't get remembered. You understand? Now, who the fuck would want to be remembered for being a person like that? You know how many people show up at your funeral? Nobody wants to show up at a funeral of a honorary, nasty, mean motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? That's like that every day. And then you gotta imagine what's the fucking merit or the metrics of the people that's following these motherfuckers that have these type of opinions and shit about people that look just like their own. Where's the hardcore fucking Trump posts? You know what I'm saying? I started my podcast off today. Look here, Trump. You know what I'm saying? And I go up and speak truth to power. If many of y'all remember this past week, I was just right at Trump Tower, did a nice little podcast under that, came under a little opposition from 3 people and handled myself beautiful, I believe. Thank you very much. I'm learning how to deal more with people out here that owns this raggedy shit. That's why I have to be outside so much. So make sure y'all hit up the Cash App because we're gonna go on a little trip today. I got something planned for y'all. I'm gonna go in the danger zone for y'all, but I want to catch you something. So if y'all support this channel, make sure y'all hit that like button. We got 120 people in here. Hit that like button, and also make sure y'all hit that Cash App right now. It's $ STRINGERBELL80. You can see it right there under Javon's name. Put a little $10, $20 in there, something like that. To act like I don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Mark, thank you for that $5. I appreciate that, man. Who else, man? Appreciate that like button too, man. Appreciate that $5, bro. Shit, bro. I swear that I thought you were DMX, brother, spitting the facts. You were good, dude. Thank you all the way from England. I appreciate you too, Tommy. Make sure you hit that Cash App, show some love, man. I appreciate y'all, notes and stuff, but some of y'all, it's like the 13th, 14th time. Y'all done seen what I do. I be outside, man. But everything costs. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about costs like in general. I'm talking about it costs. Like it costs me to catch the subway. It costs me to eat. So we asking for minimum donations. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit the Cash App up, support that. And when I say I'm gonna take y'all somewhere, I take y'all somewhere. Trust me. If all my viewers that been with me for a long time, like I'll be giving motherfuckers everything from Chance the Rapper this summer. Who else we had on here? We had you can find a video with Talib Kweli. I went to Nas's birth home. I went to Big's birth home. We went to the Book of Hove exhibition for Jay-Z. We did everything on this channel. And like for some reason or another, we don't get the financial recognition, which I wanted to segue to that real quick because that is part of my title too. So if that bothers you, is whatever. It goes in Cortella with these people I was talking about that, you know, some of these people, they make up stories. They don't have anything in really depth about the story other than regurgitating other people's shit. And for some reason or another, the black community, I don't and the Latin community, I don't know if this is the way they think collectively nowadays, but this has to be said. For some reason, these are the people that they financially support. Anybody you notice in my chat room right now, people say, "Oh, you speaking facts, bro. You speaking facts. You speak." If I'm speaking facts, hit the like button. If I'm speaking facts, hit the Cash App and paper me up just like y'all paper up these like idiots that y'all think. I call it the articulation of bullshit. When you're just able to articulate whatever you want to, but it's bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have any real weight to it. And like a lot of these women out here and men have become professionals at doing so, articulating bullshit. Oh, and guess what happened? And they become masters. They're literally masters of replaying people's videos back. You know what I'm saying? It's right there at the bottom under Javon's name, $ STRINGERBELL80. Right down below under it's pinned right there below. I appreciate it too. And thank you, Mike, for that $5. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ruby Johnson, for that $10. I said we can get it up to what fucking $100. Why not? I got 140 people in the fucking chat. We can't get $100. Come on, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. We've got a contingency of people within the culture that seem to do two or three things. One, we need more women to start donating to righteous people, whether it's me, myself, or anybody else. Number two, I think what we need is we need a lot of people to start coming over to this channel and supporting this channel. Because everybody keeps saying, yo, you right, you on point, yo, great side, great content. Da, da, da. I hit that Cash App up, nigga. Y'all over there giving money to people that just day after day just sit in their bedroom and don't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? They don't go nowhere or nothing, but they bragging and showing you what they bought. Niggas is going to clubs and shit with y'all money. And I'm like, yo, y'all gonna be giving me some of that money. And you see what I deliver to you. A lot of times I deliver you shit that I pay for out of my own pocket. The other morning I got up at 4:30 in the morning, literally. I had to travel from Queens all the way to Midtown Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? I made sure the night before that I was already down there because I knew what was going on. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. Like nobody, I'm talking about at one time I had over 200 something people in my chat room. I was like, well, what am I saying wrong? I'm here at the what's the name on election day at Trump Tower and he won. And what am I doing wrong here? And evidently that's not what the urban crowd wants to see. The urban crowd wants to see a lot of destruction, I believe. And I think that destruction has been built by momentum of this T market. And T market shit has now become, how can I say it? The whole T market thing has now become the condensant of what everybody talks about now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you get online, like this one little light-skinned girl, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of want to hit it, but she just nuttier than squirrel shit. I know it. But she cute. She cute. Don't get me wrong. I understand why a lot of niggas want to take up for her. She cute. But the chick, she makes up stories, you know, or you know, when you dive into talk, like any bitch that'll sit around and talk about a 4-year-old kid over and over and over and over and over again, she knows it annoys me, or she heard someone mention that it annoys, you know, people associated. I gotta associate you at that point as a heartless bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Like real bitches don't sit around and make fun of kids. You understand what I'm saying? So you a lightning ass bitch too. You a lightning ass bitch too. Let's not play games. You understand what I'm saying? Because either one of them kids' mothers If that little girl's mother, let's put it this way, that little girl's mother got wind of that, she would beat your skull in. And you know that for talking about her little girl. But you think you safe. You see what I'm saying? Niggas talk shit because they think they safe. That's why I always be outside, because niggas be trying to play the safe role behind these walls and shit. Some niggas can't even walk around New York City right now. It's some people that can't even walk around New York City right now. It's some people that can't even walk around New York City right now. Y'all notice I be everywhere with people. See what I'm saying? I had to take them on camera because that's my people's family and shit. But who remember Poppy? I ain't gonna say his name, but Poppy ran up on me or whatever. Bro, we was having a good time over there, joking and shit. And the whole time we was speaking in Spanish. So you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the Bronx, Harlem, Queens, whatever, I'm always outside and I'm always in spots where I know people know me there, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Not good, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, bro. I see people, they be in their bedroom. I know I had this conversation before. They be making up all kinds of shit. Just like whatever comes to imagination. You ever see some of the titles of some of these videos and they have like 100,000 subscribers? You like, how? Or like some of these Jaguar Right channels that popped up. I'm like, how you know anything? How you the aficionado or Jaguar Right motherfucker? You just started the channel 3-4 months ago. I've seen 5 people do this. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I go back with the bitch back 5 years ago. I ain't mean say it like that. She know what I mean. I go back with the bitch 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Me and her have a long story here on this YouTube shit. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? Why you talk about others, let alone their children? You speak on my daughter, and it's popping facts. Like, listen, just to give you all examples, like she called Puff's mom stupid like several times. She talked about the little girl blowing out the birthday cake. Y'all seen? I've had the video on my page. Little girl blowing out the video cake. It don't matter, little baby. Set the time. I'm like, yo, what? You talking to a little girl? That's why I know. I said I'm always able. Listen, anytime you one of them bitches and you like this, one of, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? You want them type of bitches do shit like that? I can recognize it from a mile away. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you want them bitches like that, I can recognize it from a mile away. Everything about her says she wanted them. Because I was just listening to the subject matters this chick was talking about, how she was saying it, and the only thing it take is you get these wayward, it's mostly old niggas. The old niggas love to see shit like that. Let me tell you something. Old niggas love to sit back and see beef. Especially you got an old street nigga that's about 60 something or something like. They just like to sit back and see beef. That's really what it is. So a lot of these guys, because of the fact either they want to fuck her, date her, whatever the case may be, they don't encourage her behavior, which is some sucker shit in itself. And the reason a lot of shit happened in the hood, it happened. But they'll encourage this bitch, keep talking. That's my girl. She's great. She's a great journalist. Journalist? What the fuck? This bitch is regurgitating what the fuck she heard on CNN. Stop saying, no, the niggas that wrote the shit she regurgitating, them motherfuckers is talented. I'm gonna hit for it again. The motherfuckers that wrote and found the information that bitch is regurgitating in her own little manner, no, they're talented. They're talented. They're talented. Don't an original word come out this bitch's mouth. Only thing she do is sit around and regurgitate what she done heard on CNN or any other outlet. Like she heard the shit about Puff and the house not being sold. Oh, that's something to talk about right there. Bitch, that shit was online a day and a half ago. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a $60 million house. Nowadays, man or women, I just said it's both of them. But more primarily, the girls is out here spilling the tea. The guys will be on here on the tea sector. Most of them be like LBGTQ men. And I got a divvy with them. One, it's not all them guys from LBGTQ community. And it's not all the black guys and Latin guys from over there, that LBGTQ community. That's one thing that I found out by doing my own research. Because not all of them are involved in that T sector shit. A lot of them are not. So I comb through, you know what I mean, trying to just see who told about what, whatever. But what I do find is mostly when you get into those areas of that T sector shit, and it has to deal with those men over in the LGBTQ community, and they happen to be black or Latin, this is what they sit on. They sit on doing that T shit, bashing. Some of them are more vicious than the fucking women. And they'll sit up there and they'll bash and bash and bash and do. I think some of it has to do with maybe their hatred for certain things or whatever. I don't know. I can't actually like answer that, but what I can say is this much is obvious. there's an alignment between the two. So like you'll get like kind of like, and I notice this shit too. It's like the mildly unattractive bitches and the old hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two types of old hoes out here. It's old hoes that look good and you still would take them down. No matter if that bitch 55, 60, even 65 years old. Then there's other old hoes is out here that just it's over. It's over. That shit is a wrap. It is nothing like ain't nothing sexy about your third chin. Ain't nothing sexy about your chichos on your back. Ain't none of that shit sexy. You understand what I'm saying? Like nobody wants that. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want them two motherfucking bubble cups you call an ass now. You know what I'm saying? Quit with them two bricks at the end of your cheeks. No, nobody wants that. You understand? So like it's two types of different type of older women or whatever that are on here. But the ugly women seem to be reigning supreme on this motherfucker. Have y'all not noticed there's a batch of ugly motherfuckers everywhere that just talk shit about people all the time? No wonder you mad. You ugly. And no matter how much money you make off of AdSense, or no matter how many suits you buy, how many shoes you wear, or whatever, when you take that shit off and you go get in the shower with your ugly ass and look in that mirror before you get in, you still the same ugly motherfucker. Now that's just the truth. Ugly motherfucker, ugly motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Mad at themselves for being ugly. You should blame your mama. Tell that bitch, yo, listen, mama, if you have another baby, because usually mama had you at 13, so she about 33, 34 now. You know what I'm saying? She about 33, 34 now. You know what I'm saying? She's still in the cup to have some more. Tell your mama to pick better niggas to sleep with and bust in her. That's all it come down to. Your mama was irresponsible. That's what we saying. You know what I'm saying? She had been for years fucking in that same bathroom in that club and nothing never happened. Your mama been fucking for years in that bathroom and nothing never happened. Then, ding, we got you. They had a stall in there, especially reserved for your mama back in the day. They said, oh no, this Quenisha stall right here. This shit legendary, nigga. Mama back in the day get dug out by some back to the background some Wu-Tang Clan. Let's take it back to 79. Boom, boom. If I was in a bathroom stall getting knocked off to protect your neck. Ah! Yeah, you know, that'd be the thing. Cute kids could turn into big demons. Oh, I'm a believer in that. You know how many cute kids I've seen born before? They turn into murderers and shit. Nah, I'm good. You gotta do more for me than a cute kid. Matter of fact, if you get a cute kid, you should watch out for them more. The cute kids end up being the evil motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you. Well, trust me when I tell you. Yeah, you know, I don't do that cute kid shit. Cute kid be the little motherfucker get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and leading all the other kids. Come on, y'all, let's head to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The cute kid be the kid when they talk about 14, 15 years old. Look, we can sneak out this window and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? I learned that a long time ago. Always watch the cute kids, especially if it's a boy. Little boys that are handsome or cute or whatever, they get away with more than little girls get away with. Oh, you ain't gonna tell no mama not to love her son. You understand what I'm saying? They'll kick that little fast bitch out the house before they kick the son out. I can guarantee you that shit. They will kick their daughter out the house before they kick their son out the house. Well, hey, it's a dead ass truth. Most women, as most single mothers, you'll see videos like that all the time where you'll see the mama ready to kick the daughter out versus kick the son out. I'm trying to tell you because they look at the son as more work. Well, if at the least little bit, this motherfucker could pick some shit If I need to go somewhere, get drove somewhere, if I need protection, this motherfucker is valuable. Somebody break up into the house or whatever. A lot of women, they value their sons more than they value their daughters. It's always been like this. Shit, at one point, y'all don't remember King Henry and all these other motherfuckers? They would toss they would have the baby executed. The Greeks and the Romans did the same shit. You cannot provide me a son for the heir to the throne. How dare you? Off with this wench's head. King Louis knocked the bitch after bitch's head off for not giving him a son. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, mama ain't even come looking for us. Come on, let's go. Exactly. There's a woman in the chat room confirming what I'm saying. I know what I'm talking about. Mama's still in the bathroom with her fur coat, no panties on. Already, you know what I'm talking about? Like, this her store. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where y'all live at, but listen, there's chicks, especially back in the day. Anybody from the New York City tri-state area, you over 25, y'all know this. It was chicks that would literally play the club, and they got like a stall. That's where they go and do their business. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, yo, go meet me in the bathroom about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you be there with her about like 20 minutes, whatever. Sometimes people know you was in there getting it on. And like niggas would ignore it, use the bathroom. Some niggas try to take a peek, whatever the case may be. She'd get her little $80 to $200, and then y'all come back out to the bar. You buy her a drink, make everything look like it was normal. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have a good old time. Now you might go home with some shit. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You might want to go get some Knoxville 9 or some shit. But point is, they went down like that. You know what I'm saying? When Kim come out. Yeah, a lot of, like, listen, when Lil Kim came out, it turned a lot, it brought out the hoe in a lot of bitches that the hoe was already in them. Like, I'm being honest with you. The hoe was already in them, but they heard hearing the Foxy Brown or Lil Kim lyrics or whatever. It's like, oh shit, this was the awakening I needed. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. I'm trying to tell you. I didn't see chicks get butt naked in the middle of the fucking dance floor. They so drunk. I didn't see a bitch literally 4 times in my life literally stop in the middle of the fucking club and right there on the dance floor take a piss. Like, I'm dead serious. I didn't see a chick literally be in the middle of the dance floor and take a piss right in the middle of the dance floor and keep it moving. One of the bitches even did some wiggly shit. I was like, oh shit. I was like, you nasty bitch, you just pissed in the fucking club floor. But New York clubs are wild like that. Like, people do shit like that. And like, especially during them times, you know. Like, at one time we used to have co-ed clubs. Like, y'all don't know about that? Let me tell you. So we had a couple clubs. We had Limelight was like that, Exit was like that, Speed was definitely like that. I think Speed was the birthplace of that shit. And then we had the Tunnel, and then there was another one, Exit. I think I said Exit. Exit wasn't so much like that. Exit was the last of those clubs. And nigga, I'm gonna tell you, I can speak for the Tunnel and Speed and Limelight. All right, I can speak for them 3 spots. Limelight, listen, Limelight used to be a church they converted into a club. It was a church they converted into a club. All right, so that's how deep the devilry go here. All right, this nigga go deep. So he introduced co-ed bathrooms because the guy that owned it, his name was Peter Gacy. He was from Canada. And this is something Canada did, and there wasn't no law against it. You understand? Now I think there's laws on the book against it because, you know what I'm saying? And I'm even thinking back to that period. I'm like, I wonder how many babies and families were started in that bathroom and ain't nobody told their kids, Dad, where'd you meet? Oh, well, see, I met your daddy. Like, tell him the truth. Listen, I met your daddy on the dance floor. That nigga had a nice little set of braids or something. He took me in that bathroom, and next thing I know, here you are. Thailand, the same thing. So, you know, this co-ed bathroom setup or whatever initiated a whole bunch of different transactions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, instead of a lot of motherfuckers sitting back and saying, hey, I was a hoe back then. Mama was a hoe. Like, even Pierre said that. You reiterated and fucked up your own conversation. You said you don't think your mama was a hoe at one time because everybody called Kamala Harris a hoe. I said, well, damn, if you call the other women a hoe, that validates the fact that you knew back in the days a lot of these chicks was hoes. That's what we're really dealing with. It's like, okay, it's like, for example, once you're a virgin and you break that seal of being a virgin, you can never be a virgin again, right? But now the doctors out here telling niggas, telling these bitches, yo, come on through. We're gonna sew you motherfucking up. We're gonna redo your pussy, and we're gonna get you back out here in the streets. I don't know what the fuck that procedure is. But that's what the bitch said. That's it. Look here, I want y'all to come on through about $20,000. We're gonna stitch you up a little bit. We're gonna renew your pussy, put you back out there. All right, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I know I just upset a couple bitches when I said that. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. Now, these chicks that go and get this procedure and get their vajay redone, and they think they ready, new for the streets again and shit. Not the truth. You understand? Because right behind you, there's actually somebody that's 25, 30 years old that ain't got the problems and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Anyway, it were girls in the bathroom back in the days. They used to have like sex in the bathroom, sometimes for free, at these clubs that I'm mentioning. This is like in the 2000s, what is it, 2001, 2002, 2003, yeah, because they didn't get rid of pediation until like almost 2008 or something. The tunnel ain't closed down to like 2007 or something like that. I got kicked out the tunnel before. And the nigga tried to motherfucking extort me, talking about, yo, if you pay me $25, you can stay. I said, yo, man, I'm with Black Robin and Bad Boy niggas. He said, yo, that's cool, but I can't have you in here. You know what I'm saying? Brand new job on the strip waiting on you. Go. I'm trying to tell you, like, them bitches used to be out there. Like, why we acting like bitches ain't used? Yo, listen, man, I can even go deeper. Hoes used to, listen, at one point, it was the same set. So you used to be able to identify the hoes. They were very easy to identify. Oh, here comes so-and-so, because they would have packs of other hoes with them. You understand what I'm saying? You don't see that too much no more. Now you see these individual chicks and everybody behind them. You don't give a fuck because most of the bitches is ugly following behind them. You don't believe me? Go look at Suki Hana and look at all the bitches behind her. She makes sure them bitches is ugly. Go look at Glorilla and all the bitches following behind her. All them bitches damn near is ugly except for like 3 of them. You understand what I'm saying? And smart people will tell you that if you a female artist, I'm gonna give y'all some game. If you're a female artist, make sure that your whole entourage is a bunch of ugly bitches. Because sooner or later, a bitch gonna try to test you. She gonna want to be the next thing coming or something like that. Trust me when I tell you this, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell you this. If you get an entourage of sub cute bitches or ugly bitches. You understand what I'm saying? To just make sure they never on camera. You got 2 chicks that's semi-cute, and those are the bitches that every time you in a picture, they around you. Every time you walk through a club, they around you. The rest of the bitches, they look rough and ugly. You understand what I'm saying? They're the best suit you the best. Who says something? Thailand was the worst country you visited? I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. But back to the subject. A lot of these girls at one time, they used to be, and I said this before, they used to be at like the same events every year. So you see them every year. Like there was certain girls we see every year for Memorial Day weekend. It was certain girls. When I mean see them, we see them on the strip, we see them at the club. Some of them were in video shoots or whatever. These girls would have to get out and hustle on foot. They didn't have you had the internet and you had MySpace, and then later on, a little bit sooner came Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like first 3-4 years of Facebook. It took a minute for everybody made that iteration from MySpace to Facebook. I remember that because I was one of the people that did it. I still got a MySpace profile. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go over there and get those pictures too. Cause I just remember that I got a whole shitload of pictures over there too. But with that being said, you had these girls every year. You see Memorial Day weekend. Every year you see them at All-Star Weekend. Every year you see them at NCAA. Every year you're gonna see the same chicks for at least like 5 years. I used to see the same chicks. I can even put it in perspective for you. There's some chicks, and I ain't gonna put them out there like that. There's some chicks, I got a picture, at least out of 5 of those years, I got a picture each year of them bitches. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God to you. I didn't recognize it till about 2 years ago. I was like, yo, that's the bitch of the other picture too. She was out there too. And we used to see them, and it used to be funny because it was other dudes with us. You know what I'm saying? We was working for the company for Bad Boy at the time. So, I mean, heavily, like we traveling, everything with everybody. And like, I remember we'd be like, yo, them bitches out here too. Like, I remember one time my man came up, he's like, yo, you know them bitches from Miami? I was like, yeah. You say them bitches is out here in Erie. I was like, you bullshit. He was like, nah, they outside is wearing that tour. They out here too. We just seen them last week. Yeah, they out here too. You know what I'm saying? Like they would go and they would look for the stars or look for the stars entourage at the time. And they this like either wanted to knot a belt, a notch in their belt themselves as women, Or a lot of times, some of these women had deeper ambitions. They wanted to get pregnant by these men, have babies, like you see nowadays going on, which is very easy. These girls go and have a baby by a nigga, and the next thing you know what I mean? So this was the setup then. This was what it was. And a lot of people that in these conversations, I mean, like if you under what, 20 years old and you talking about this shit, like you weren't even born. Even if you're 25 or 30, I mean, let's see. When this shit was going on, you had to be like 14, 15 years old if you was even born in 1990. So I'm saying, you feel what I'm saying? Even if you was born in 1990, these things were going on in 2008, 2007, 4, 10. So at the eldest of that, you would be what, 16, 17 years old? You weren't even old enough to get in the clubs and find out shit that was going on. You weren't even 21 yet. How the fuck do you know? So that's what kind of make me upset too when you get some of these vloggers talking about that shit. But these girls literally, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of these girls, they used to be at the same places. Yep, trapping with a baby. They used to be at the same places year after year after year after year after year after year. And to no benefit did these bitches ever come up. Or the money running out, one of the two. And they ain't got nothing else. Like a lot of these girls, they have nothing to vent on but the way they looked. You understand what I'm saying? But their value got taken away once you started putting Instagram models out there and all that shit or whatever. Now they got you 35, 40 years old and you was that it girl. You know what I'm saying? Now these girls, they 21, 22 years old, they coming through, and the dudes is 40, 45, 50 years old. They hitting them naturally. And so now they don't even want nothing to do with the old broads. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, it goes to tell, like, if you're over 30, 35, 40, 45 years old, you're not the top choice around a lot of men. It is what it is. Modeling industry, they say a girl peaks at 25 years old. That's an industry condensed and made mostly by women. Wilhelmina Modeling Agency. That's a women's agency. You understand what I'm saying? I don't make these rules. What's the cutoff point for a female model? 25? I ain't talking about no IG model. I'm talking about an agency model. It's 25 years old. After 25, they'll still look for you, but you better have something established already. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, good thing with me and many of the people that I worked with was I had shit established before I was 25. Shit, I had shit established before I was fucking 21. You know what I'm saying? I was with a record company, which took, I was seeing people the same way. Remember, it was the way I came in the door, which will never be, you know what I mean, or never happen again. I was just at the right place at the right moment. Trapped them with a baby. Yeah, trapping with a baby. Guys, make sure if y'all feeling what I'm saying here, make sure y'all hit that like button. We got over 140 people in the chat room. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, make sure y'all hit that Cash App $ STRINGERBELL80. Thank you, Kev, for that donation, that little mild donation. I needed that though, brother. I appreciate that. He came through 20 in there. So anybody else would throw a little 20 in there, a little sham? Huh? Nah. You ain't fucking with me? Hold on one second. This shit crazy. I'm all zoomed in and shit. My fault, y'all. All right, there we go. What you say? Trap men with babies. Yeah, so a lot of these girls, they will be at the same spots every year, whatever. You start seeing a lot of these girls, they get pregnant, all kinds of shit, man. There was a lot of fuckery going on. You know what I'm saying? And then like these girls, they would be back the next year after they had the baby, and they back doing the same thing over again. Now they working on baby number 2, baby number 3. So it's like, can I feel sorry for hoes like that? Nah, you made decisions. You made decisions. And I want y'all to start asking people that y'all sit and talk with, whether it's the Gene Deals, whether it's the big homie dude, or anybody else that y'all sit down with. Hell, go ask Joe Budden. Go ask Math Hoffa. Them niggas travel. They remember what I'm talking about. Nobody's bringing this up. A lot of these bitches was hoes, nigga. Like hoes. I've watched these bitches voluntarily fuck in the bathroom if they thought you was an artist or whatever the case may be for 17 fucking years. These bitches used to throw pussy at me and my team because they thought we could get them into the club with Puff or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you work out and have some luck. Sometimes you wouldn't. We ain't take advantage of no fucking body ever. We ain't have to. So when I hear motherfuckers sit back and they go, oh, these poor girls and that, these bitches was handing out pussy left and fucking right from the years of 2001 up until 2015, 16. And then this whole woke consciousness came in and shit. You know, you are somebody too, even if you got bent over by multiple dudes. I used to see bitches that would go in the bathroom and fuck 3, 4 niggas in one night, my nigga. Wash the pussy up over the sink. You know what I'm saying? Hit this motherfucking one of these motherfucking baby whites and back out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Back out here in this ball. And the bitch would come right back into the ball, act like nothing happened. Now she pregnant. She don't know who the baby father is. Y'all done seen these shows. This shit really used to happen. So like when people come to me and they be like, "Well, don't you feel sorry for so and so?" And yes, some of the girls I feel sorry for, but at a more bigger factor point, a lot of these girls were hoes, and I don't feel sorry for hoes. Hoe is a choice. Hoe is a. Let me say it for you one more time. Hoeing is a choice. Ladies in the chat room, do you agree with me? Hoeing is a choice. Is that fair? Hoeing is a choice. Can y'all say it with me? Hoeing is a choice. You understand what I'm saying? You make a choice of whether or not you come out and say, "Hey, well, I'm gonna be a hoe today, or I'm gonna be a lady. I'm gonna go get my doctorate or degree, or I'm gonna go sell some vajay on OnlyFans." You understand what I'm saying? This is about choices. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my baby. I'm gonna go on down there to choices. This is about choices. So I don't feel sorry for hoes that out here and they've been slinging pussy for years, and then all of a sudden they want to be this clandestine woman. No. That lane is made for women that always been working that arc. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a woman and you went to college and you busting your ass every day, that's the pathway meant for you. If you a woman and you busting your ass every day, you going to work or whatever, and you making sure your kids are all right or whatever, that's the way you chose life, and that's where that pattern is waiting for you. But if you one of these hoes that have been busting it down for the past 20 fucking years, got 2 or 3 side babies, y'all bitches go sit all the way in the fucking corner, bitch. Your life choices show that you ain't motherfucking bit about shit but you. And that's why ain't shit worked out, and it worked out for everybody else but you. You understand what I'm saying? But you. A lot of these hoes been out here, they ain't been shit for years. Even their girlfriends know this bitch ain't shit. Even her girlfriends will tell you, yo, you talking to her, this bitch ain't shit. This bitch ain't shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. A lot of y'all girls right now, y'all hang with bitches that y'all know ain't shit. You got a girlfriend right now named Tanika. This bitch got 3 baby daddies and 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? The youngest baby is fucking 8 months old. And y'all like, all right, Tanika, I don't think it's time for you to have any more babies, Tanika. I think you need to stop it. Tanika like, well, you know, I met a new nigga last week. Bitch, the baby only 8 months old. I know, bitch, I know, but I like him. You know what I'm saying? So now Tanika run over, now Tanika got a 4th baby father. You know what I'm saying? Maria do the same shit too. Maria, you done ran into to fucking, you know, whoever. And this nigga told me, I love you. You know, Spanish, we very passionate when it comes to love. Most Latinos, they live fucking life like they watching a novella 24 hours a day. Worst thing is a poor baby suffer. Yeah, the baby suffer. He needs more money for this. He is convincing until I hopped on. I don't know what that means. IVF is how they making babies. IVF, you talking about in virtual? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I might have to get rid of you. You sound kind of crazy, Pamela. I don't know what you're talking about. Could you enlighten us what you talking about, Pamela? You like it coming off as like a lot of gibberish. So I don't know who you talking to or what you're talking about, but we'll find out in a minute. You wrote something. Stop investing then, nigga. Oh, she called me a nigga. Okay, I got you. You here to cause problems. I got you. And Pamela has been on here for 10 years and only got 75 subscribers and got material on her page. She's asked questions such as, where is Biggie? LOL. Yup. Key. Okay. All right. And virtual. Okay, yeah. IVF. That's what it's an acronym for. I didn't know what it. Do I look like I got a pussy? Do it look like I got a pussy? Do I sound like I got a pussy? All right then, cool. The fuck? I know when y'all get prescribed certain shit. Is she getting on y'all nerves or what? Let me know. Yeah, let's get this bitch out of here. This bitch sounding crazy now. This bitch talking about, yeah, lonely. Yeah, she trying to be disruptive. That's a nigga bitch. I don't have nigga bitches on. Excuse me to any black woman on here. I don't fuck with nigga bitches. I don't fuck with, yeah. She was whack, right? I was trying to see what the fuck she was writing. That bitch, now y'all see what I'm talking about. It's some of these girls here on listen very closely to me. I was talking about this one chick, and I said, like I said about her. It seems like she's mentally ill as hell. And I think a lot of these publications and a lot of these news agencies and a lot of these YouTubers are starting to take advantage of these otherwise mentally ill people. And I just want to say to y'all gotta stop doing that shit. Like for real, for real. Like, you know, some of these folks got problems, you know, some of them got some issues or whatever, whatever, and you sitting there trying to interview them or all this other crazy nutty ass shit or whatever. I just don't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's weird. And to all you subscribers, like that one that just chopped in right there, if you want some weirdo shit like that, like writing weird shit, where's Biggie at? Like, who the fuck writes that? Like, where's Biggie at? The fuck does that even mean? And how do you, and like, you got to be somebody to know who I am if you're writing crazy shit like that in the chat room. And for some reason or another, this is the weird shit about it. They really think they're disturbing your flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got people that come here on my channel and literally their whole modus operandi is to make sure that nobody donates to me. I've had people that come here on my channel and they spend their whole entire time. There was somebody just the other day that tried to claim that they were me in my video. Yeah, man, you got some really heavily mentally ill individuals here on YouTube that need some help. But I'm not gonna sit here and front and this act like these girls are so innocent and all this shit or whatever, when a lot of these girls were demons back in the days. They were semen demons. Yes, they were. They was shucking cock and getting hit from the back voluntarily. And the story need to be told. So when you gentlemen are talking about and you ladies are sitting right there, there's a victim, there's a victim. No, there's a slut. A lot of these bitches was hoes. You understand what I'm saying? Voluntarily hoes. And they didn't choose to go to college. They didn't choose to follow behind their girlfriend that was going to start a career. They didn't go and choose to follow behind their girlfriend that was investing and starting a business. They didn't choose that. They chose hoeing. Bitches suck cock just to get to the top. Since we saw my motherfucking Lil' Kim earlier. The fuck? Yeah, they don't like, that's why I said we have conversations over here. I ain't with all that animated, made up fucking personality shit. Like, oh my God, got like people that act like that. Those are the ones that get donations and shit. People like me, I don't get donated to. If y'all like to donate, it's $STRINGERBELL80. I have to rely on fucking, you know, YouTube and shit, man. It's just crazy. So I'm gonna hop off of here, whatever. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here, Emily. No, it's dead serious. It's dead serious. You have to be a fucking retard. Like, you want me to explain it? Okay, so something about the T-market shit, right? Just pay attention. When you're in their chat rooms, you'll notice it'll be the podcaster themselves. They'll be advocating for you to donate to them. Then they'll have 2 or 3 moderators. I've seen this. They'll be promoting that you donate to them. Then they'll taking donations from like 4 different spots. So they'll take it from the super chats, they'll take it from the PayPal, then they got something else behind that or whatever. These motherfuckers are money hungry. And the only thing they're doing is you see what you see behind me? They doing the same thing I'm doing right now. It's sitting in their room. They never nowhere else except for in their rooms. And the only thing they do is regurgitate what they didn't heard on the news, regurgitate something they read in a press article or something like that. And then they sit around and act like they the best thing that happening on the internet. And I'm like, this is some imaginary shit, but it's all a funnel system to make them money. For some reason or another, the African-American culture, that's what they privy to. They like people that talk about people. If you talk shit about somebody, they're going to donate to you. Like I told you, at one point, I had an issue with Jaguar Wright. When we were talking shit about each other, I was talking shit about her. They was donating like a motherfucker. As soon as I stopped that, they stopped. I had 4 different podcasters because of my reluctance to get involved in that Jaguar Wright shit. They started their own shame campaigns about me. And really, y'all should be asking them the questions, including one of them bloggers that literally sits on this. How dare you sit on here and talk about any fucking thing I never said and not pay attention to? You got a blogger that was sitting up there with a bitch on his channel who had been kicked off YouTube promoting this hoe, and this hoe was sitting up there promoting the abortion of African American men specifically, and niggas was not only doing that, they was donating to the bitch. But you ain't got nothing to say about that? Like, get the fuck out of here. At least I spend my money bringing y'all stories and have so for this whole entire year. Ain't nobody cover me for the Jonathan Majors trial. Ain't nobody cover me for all the other spots I went to and all the other shit I brought to you. So fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that. You're not gonna shame me on shit. For real. Yeah, man, these motherfuckers is weird as shit. Like they go out of their way to make sure, like, I guess what the hitch is they don't want you to get donated to, so therefore they'll get donated to. Like the money will still stay on the floor or something like that. I guess that's how they get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna enter into the cash out wars. You know what I'm saying? Like the real ones, they'll make sure I get something. The other ones, like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? You got to think like that. And I think it's a new day. I think you can't really, like, if you're trying to be somebody like me and just like have conversations and be real, you can't depend on the people because the people have changed. The people is fake themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Look at the shit, the things they pay attention to. I've seen people in chat rooms that live in fucking Wyoming talking about the reason they did that is because of this. And the reason they did that is because of this. Mind you, these motherfuckers ain't never even left Wyoming ever in their life. So how do you know about the hip hop business? How do you know about anybody in the hip hop business? You know what I'm saying? But people is flushing out money because they're able to joke people. That's what they like to see on here. They like to see people going to people's necks. They like to see people joking people. They like to see people ridiculing people. They like to see people exposing people. Mind you, if we digged out to the page enough and exposed them, you find a lot of their fucking flaws. You understand what I'm saying? You find a whole bunch of shit. I think that's what we need to start doing. We need to start exploring some of these podcasters. Know what I'm saying? I done heard all kinds of shit about niggas out here I never put out in the game. I heard a lot of shit about niggas out here I never put out in the game, like I said I'm gonna say. Cause that's just sucker shit. I don't do sucker shit like that. Like niggas be having a whole podcast underground talking about niggas and shit. I don't get into shit like that. Cause if I get into something like that, nigga, we gonna end up shooting at each other sooner or later. You see what I'm saying? This is what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't even saying that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tammy. And everybody else, make sure y'all hit up the cash app. She said, yo, you're genuine. I appreciate that. Yeah, all my podcasts are like this. I was up in front of fucking Trump Tower the other day, and everybody saw me. My motherfucking shit don't change, bro. I have to change my octave a little bit, and I have to watch how I engage with people. And I think some people didn't understand that for obvious reasons. I mean, there's cameras all around. NSA is up there, National Security Organization Association. Excuse me. I've got I mean, this is the president of the United States, number one headquarters where he stays at when he goes to New York. So it was like you got to understand the propriety of what I'm entering in. And I can't be arguing with niggas up there. I can't be, say, yo, nigga, we can have it out right here. No, nigga, you're going to somewhere federal. You fuck around like that. Could the argument be made that you are ridiculing and belittling them right now in the present moment? Um, let me say this to people that think like you. You come from that woke culture. See, woke people, they ask questions like that. People in the woke culture, they always like to point the finger back at you. This is why y'all motherfuckers lost the White House, because people getting tired of that shit. You can't put out what I put out and then try to reverse it back on me. Life doesn't work that way. Well, you have a blue shirt on too. Well, the difference is I'm the sheriff and you're an inmate. See how quick that goes? So this motherfucker wrote, could the argument be made that you are ridiculing and belittling them right now in the present moment? Whoever deserves to get belittled and ridiculed shall. You understand what I'm saying? So why can't I belittle someone back that has belittled me? Why can't I belittle someone back who is set up? Notice that you didn't say anything about this woman that I mentioned that was literally saying that black male children should be inoculated in the best terms of words I can get, or taken down their choices specifically. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, y'all want him out of here? Y'all want him out? Let's get him out of here. Oh, that's Big Elvis and Chef Rosenberg. What's up, cocksucker? I ain't know that was you. What's up, cocksucker? Nah. Elvis the Chef. That's a motherfucking friend of the show, man. Over Star Report, man. Shout out to Star Report, man. Big Elvis. No, Elvis cool. Elvis just don't be saying no dumb shit over here. You know what I'm saying? I know who that is. That's the guard right there. He cool. He cool. That's somebody that actually is in the realm on I like to say, well, he ain't a friend. I like to say somebody I'm familiar with. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, check, definitely. You welcome, man. Big Chef Eisenberg. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Um. Anyway, long story short, and thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Listen, man. Back to these suck ass niggas in this T sector shit. These people, they give their money to people that basically just gossip about people. You know what I'm saying? And many of them, they gossip unknowingly, not even being around people no more. You understand what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Bubby. And so, you know what I mean? When you get people like that, it's just like, yo, man, I ain't fucking with these niggas, man. These niggas is cowards. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody bounce back a question to you like, oh, well, aren't you? Yes, I'm belittling these motherfuckers because y'all niggas got to find something else to fucking talk about. There's a lit. Some of y'all got 100,000 motherfucking subscribers. Y'all sitting back here talking about, oh, did you hear what Cardi B said? Who gives a fuck? 35 motherfucking niggas that got fucking under 1,000 subscribers talking about right now. Let them talk about it. What's your big ass channel got to talk about? And what you'll find is none of these niggas talk about nothing of substance. Even if you into fluff of shit, talk about something of substance. Now I'm gonna tell you something about Big Chef Rosenberg. And he'll be in a circle where, yeah, niggas will be talking to T a little bit, but at the same time, it's a pivotal conversations going on in the background. You see what I'm saying? See the difference here? You got to have a premise and a conversation that weighs something moving forward. All this shit with y'all sitting back, 35 motherfuckers, 45 motherfuckers within the first 10 minutes. Guess what? This happened, and this is the way I'm going to say it like this. You know what I'm saying? Bridgeport, what's going on? CT, you already know. 203, what's going on there? You heard? What's going on, Fairfield? Already. What up, man? You heard? Already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they doing the job of the paparazzi. Basically, these niggas is paparazzi hoes. Like, listen, if you donate to a motherfucker, they ain't got no original thought, and the only thing they providing for you is a regurgitated version of what you could read on CNN or what you could read in a column in fucking whatever news publication that's a major terrestrial radio organization or traditional media, and they just regurgitating the shit to you. They ain't no motherfucking explanation or nothing. They ain't no motherfucking what's the name for nothing. They ain't nothing but a regurgitated version, like I was trying to tell you about that old girl TT saying shit she do. Bitch ain't original bone in your body. And I'm getting sick and fucking tired of hearing TT sit around here and talk about 4-year-old fucking kids. Bitch, you should be ashamed of yourself. You too old for that shit. You a old hoe. You be masquerading like you a young hoe. You a old hoe. You understand what I'm saying? Respectfully, you a old hoe. I got a different place for old hoes that's out here making fun of children. I just do. Already know NL, baby. What's going on, town folk? I mean, what's up? I mean, exactly. Motherfuckers know, man. I come from let me tell y'all something real quick about me. Cause I don't talk about shit like that on here, but prompted somebody from the town up in here. I gotta talk about that real quick. Let me tell you something. I don't come from no suckers. You understand what I'm saying? I don't come from no suckers. Some of the dudes that I come from, if I had put you in front of them at that time period right there or whatever, you would have been afraid. And it would have been nothing you could do. Trust me on that one. The guys, even some of the guys we were beefing with at the time, if I would have put them in front of you, it would have been nothing you could do about it. You know what I'm saying? And so when I hear people on here and they talk all this tough guy shit, but you ain't never outside. Like niggas be trying to equate being outside of being a Starbucks. No, nigga, I be in every fucking borough and I be in the dirt, as y'all can see. You understand what I'm saying? I be in the dirt, Queens, Brooklyn, where, and every last one of those spots. I ain't over there freestyling. I'm over there because I know people over there. Don't go nowhere in New York. You don't know nobody and stay and plan on staying more than an hour. Not unless it's a place you're going to visit. And so as y'all see, whether I put people on camera, whatever, I pretty much hang around the same type of niggas I came up under. I don't come from no suckers. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to acknowledge that. Shout out to NL. You understand what I'm saying? Crystal Law ran a B ran, nigga. You understand? Hey D, what's going on? Haven't been on here in a while. What's going on? Nah, you been on here. You been on here. What's going on, TT? How you doing? TT, only thing you gotta do is acknowledge who you are. That's all. We good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you straight up, TT, I don't like a lot of this shit you be saying. You know that, right? And I ain't had nothing to do with your current endeavor, but I don't like what the fuck you be talking about. I don't like the fact that you be making fun of kids. Nah, not really. What's your real name? Watch this. What's your real name, Bria? Because you look real familiar. I want to make sure this ain't no fake profile. Hold on one second, y'all. I be watching people in my chat. I don't be trusting people. I don't be trusting people at all nowadays. See, I can't really tell by her picture, but you sure do look like her. That's the funny thing. It don't help that you look like somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep you here though, Bria, but you look like somebody. You know that, right? You look like somebody. You know who you look like, Bria? Tell me who you look like. Let me see this. What's this? I will be starting my first round of chemo soon. D, me and you were cool 4 weeks ago. Okay, yeah, I do know who you are. I do know you are. Maybe it's her. She said I'll be starting my first round of chemo soon. All right. We're gonna be here with you. I ain't blocking you or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything okay. But there was somebody else that came in last night. Bree, you wrote a message. Why you delete it? Let me ask you that. You wrote a message. Why you delete it? Yeah, that man sad as fuck. You do not know to talk on kids. Yeah, I don't talk on kids, man. Fuck all that shit. For real. I'm reading what you wrote, Tammy James. We're gonna give Bree a few seconds, but I do remember Bree. I just don't remember what she talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember you mentioned nothing about no cancer, but I hope everything is all right with you. No, you all right. Yeah, you do. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was reply back to my shit that got stolen on the train. Some of my things that got stolen on the train. I told people that story. I had a little rough time. It's more to the story than that. I just don't tell it. But you know what I'm saying? Some shit of mine came up missing, and my phone was amongst it. I got the phone back. But niggas got me for a couple of things. They got me for one of my charger packs. They got me for actually two of my charger packs. They got me for what was it? It was my other little stick thing I just bought. So it's like a steady cam thing I bought. My man Ahmad L had donated to me so I could get that. And that shit gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of pissed about that. And that was it. It was just those two things, right? Oh yeah, my speaker. I got my speaker back since. You know what I'm saying? Here go my little speaker now. This little motherfucker right here. This little motherfucker right here, this shit is $35. But this little motherfucker, it is so fucking loud, it'll blow your mind. This how loud this shit is. This little speaker right, if you see this shit, pick this shit up. And you can put the SD. See, what I like about it is I ain't even got to do it Bluetooth. I could just put my SD card, if y'all can see, I could just put my SD card in there. That's how I be freaking it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, MTA. You already know. Shout out to the MTA, man. I put up a video or whatever about that. D, check your community wall. I've spoken with you on here a few times. I didn't delete my reply. YouTube might have because they messing with my comments. It's all good. It's all good. You still here. I ain't blocking you. What's the theme of your live feed? What's the theme of your live feed? We just freestyle right now. I done talked about a lot of things I was talking about at the beginning of the podcast as far as what I think Trump should do. I think you need to pay attention to white men and black men in this country right now, specifically, and Latin men, excuse me, because those are your three voting groups that got you elected. So you need to pay attention to those three inline factors. I talked about Diddy and this one particular vlogger making fun of he didn't sell the house. I'm like, the house cost $60 fucking million. It's only been on the market for 2 years. 50 Cent had his house out here in Connecticut on the market for damn near a decade. Was paying 12 grand a month for at a moment just to keep it up, don't you know? So like, you know, when people be trying to take little pot shots on a small scale of things, I really don't take too much appeal to that. You know what I'm saying? And so I had this one female. She just finds anything, you know. And like I think underneath the rule, I think she probably might be a good woman. But what makes her look ugly and makes her look despicable is how easy she is. And I was real disturbed when she was making fun of kids. I was like, she had this ongoing thing. She had heard me say something about it, obviously. And she had this ongoing thing where she kept making fun of Puff's kids. And I was like, yo, all right, I can see if you cracking a joke here at this one or that one, but you making fun of the baby. And the baby only like 4 or 5 years. I was like, what the fuck the baby got to do with it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you said something about Kim Porter, but you'll sit on your channel and talk about, oh, well, justice for Kim Porter. If you making fun of Kim Porter's fucking kids, bitch, you don't have no respect for Kim Porter. How dare you, ho? Or any of you bitches. If you talking about King Combs or you talking about the line Jesse James, you have no respect for Kim Porter. So stop mentioning her fucking name. You don't respect her fucking kids. Fuck who their daddy is or how you feel about it. That's her kids. Here goes some other goofy. Let's see what else is on here. Hope all is well. What's going on, Bria? We see you in here. Remember a few weeks ago, I told you a cousin was part of Wu-Tang Clan entourage. I recently diagnosed with stomach cancer. I have been testing and biopsy. This is why I haven't said much. God bless you, baby. And I hope it gets better. I really, 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 really do. Yeah, I don't have no direct contact with you. Yeah, there's some despicable motherfuckers on here. When with Melanie, despicable people on here. This woman is constantly had probably like 6 or 7 videos where she's replied to Puff's mother is dumb. She's made fun of the kids. You ain't got to thank me for that. You ain't got to thank me for that. Just make sure you stay more in contact. Don't be doing all that distance thing or whatever. I don't like that shit. Like, I don't see you for a while. I'll be like, what the fuck you up to? It's difficult to stay sober. Yeah, I can imagine that. I had a friend that let me say this. I had a friend of mine that now I'll go as far as to say this. I love this girl. I really do with all my heart. Y'all talk so much shit about me. Oh, he don't like black women and all this bullshit or whatever. Let me tell y'all a story. And she used to come right here to where I live at. I had a friend of mine, and she's a little bit more than that. And she's severely addicted to alcohol. So much so that, and I know this is changing the subject, but I just had to bounce off of somebody said in the chat room. Um, at one time, you could say she's a great person. When she ain't drinking, she's a great person. Like you just want to hold her, caress her, smile with beautiful smile, everything else. She had some things happen to her that I'm not gonna oblige y'all to put too much on her in her business. But y'all talk about attacking and sexual attacks or whatever. This particular female I'm talking about, she wears her scars, put it that way. Someone was very, and she's still beautiful to me, but she wears her scars. Somebody tried to make sure that nobody ever wanted her again. You understand what I'm saying? And I think when she met me, I made her realize, no, that's not true. Nobody cares about that about you. You're still a beautiful person. But if somebody don't want to hear that, they ain't gonna be able to hear you. So I tried over and over again. I did nice things for her, you know. I tried to boost up her This is all recently, within like not even a little while ago. She even contested this. And I tried my best to help this sister. This is a black woman, and more particularly a Haitian woman. I tried my best to help her. And what I think what ultimately happened was I think that she didn't want to hurt me. And so she said, well, I got to distance myself from you because I like you and I care about you. But at the same time, my addiction to alcohol won't allow me to submit or even listen or consider what you're saying right now because I know you don't like it. And so I was an enabler 3 or 4 times, like I tell y'all, because like I said, her body's addicted to the alcohol. And so I had to, like, meaning she'll get physically sick. She'll start having withdrawal symptoms, all kinds of shit, real bad. And she wasn't like this. She wasn't like this. And if you saw a picture of her, y'all be the same thing. Like, oh my God, this girl's beautiful. Even now, she's, you know, she's still beautiful. Like she walk around most men, you'll be like, oh wow, she's pretty. But some severe things happen to her. That's why I be so on the big when I be like, well, bitches ain't really real. Where's the links for if you sexually abused or sexually, you know, whatever. This woman was assaulted physically and bad. And subsequently the person who physically assaulted her got almost 60 years in prison. If that makes any gesture or what I'm talking about here. So a lot of y'all chicks be thinking like one way and it'd be totally different. You know what I'm saying? And this female, she would definitely ain't no other reason where she wouldn't even say anything else. Hell, my little bro, he could back it up for me. He'll tell you the same thing. He's been on camera with her before. Beautiful girl, dark skin. I told you, anytime I date a black girl, I like dark skinned black girls. Oh, the blacker the better. I love me a dark skinned motherfucker or real light skinned chick. Either one of the two. I don't like nothing really in the middle. I'm weird like that. No, it's the truth. It's the truth. And we gotta both of us. Let me finish it off because I don't want to make it think like it's a sad thing here. Her distrust, and this shit made the local paper here and everything else. I ain't making this shit up. Her distrust, I believe, for men based on what happened to her, and I don't blame her one fucking bit. Her distrust for men based on what happened to her has made her a different person. And I hope one day that God finding it is hard to make her come back to the person she truly is. Because honestly and truthfully, inside, she is a beautiful person. She really is. And I had to unfortunately cut her out of my life because when she's in her little alcohol spirals, it's hard to control a woman like that. And it's dangerous to try to control a woman like that because anything can happen. And I didn't want nothing to happen. One time she was so drunk, she passed out and it was falling head first. And I'm quick, so I caught her. And then there was another time some shit like that happened, and she cracked her leg a little bit. Had a scar all up and down her leg. When people get that drunk, sometimes they fall and they hurt themselves. I picked another man up before who had still to this day got a big solid scar right here where he fell going face forward. There's not even 3 weeks ago, I picked up another man, same thing, fell forward. People drink in times of sorrow and times of the country being down as it is. Bro, I can't get over my wife's past body count. Wow, that's deep. Amen. I completely agree. At least you have to try. But let me tell you how I met her. I met her by accident. I was coming from one bar one night or whatever, whatever. And what happened was I was literally going home. I literally was. And I walked past and I saw this girl crying. And I don't know, I'm a sucker for shit like that. I'm like, Mom, what's going on? You all right? And she told me a story. She said she had just got in a fight with somebody. I could see that she had been attacked or whatever. So I said, yo, I don't care what's going on, just come with me. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't doing nothing with me, nothing like that. We ain't putting her out there like that, whatever. I just gave her a place to be at. You know what I'm saying? Better than what she was at or whatever. And this started our friendship or whatever. I miss her at times, and I hope she's doing well. You know what I'm saying? And one thing she can't say, well, that nigga ain't had my back. Oh, I shit. Shit. That's why I'm the way I am. I'm good at picking women. I'm just bad at sometimes being, respected or whatever by them women. So it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, yo, I'm gonna get up on off of here. Like I said, man, y'all got me kind of emotional. Plus, ain't nobody supporting my channel. Anybody want to support the channel before we get off here? It's $ STRINGERBELL80. I'm sorry I ended it on that sad subject right there. I read somebody and they said they had alcoholic things going on or whatever, and I've been through that. Bree, is for you. Make sure you come back here or make sure you leave a comment. You understand what I'm saying? I try to be. I try to be. That's what I've been told a million times, but ain't no, listen, ain't no rewards in being a good man. Trust me, not no more. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing, if you go back and you look at the history on my channel here and then come up to now, I tell people this, all of them. If you go back and you look at my channel history, you watch some videos and you lead up to now, you will completely understand why I'm the type of motherfucker I am now. You understand what I'm saying? So ain't no love for me. You know what I'm saying? I had two people, Mike and Ruby Johnson, hit my cash app. These niggas send me up here all the time. They saw me up at Trump Tower the other day preaching the good gospel. I even told you how shit was gonna go down. Nobody donated. So, we in a cycle where, if you a nigga like me, you're not getting no donations. You in that tea factory shit, you get donations. So, it is what it is. But I want to tell everybody, thank you for tuning in. If you like to donate, it's $STRINGERBELL80. There'll be more uploads today. I'll be going live again today too. Brad, we all trying, but in good ways. Thanks, dear. I promise I will. I promise. Brian, you ain't got to donate a motherfucking thing to me. You going through cancer shit like that. These motherfuckers is in the chat room right now, or y'all ain't hit that like button. If y'all ain't donated $5, $10, whatever, and I recognize your name and you can't throw in something or whatever, I'm blocking you today. I'm letting you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm blocking you today. Except for a few names in here. Like Tammy won't be going nowhere. But the rest of y'all, like, I got to block y'all. I got to get y'all out of here, man. I can't fuck with niggas. Y'all can't support the channel no more. Can't do that. At least you know your wife's body count. That usually goes to the grave. Yeah, damn, that's true. Shout out to Tammy Jones. Shout out to Bria. Bria, we hoping, we praying. Let's say a little something real quick for Bria. Lord Jesus Christ, make sure that Bria gets well. She's in the recovery and her treatment. She goes from her treatment to recovery. I know that I don't even know what to tell her as far as being someone that's diagnosed with that and how to go through it or what not to go through. But God, I just say this, Bria, I hope you get better. I had showed interest in you before. I know that. I said you was a cutie. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that you get better. I know that's wishful thinking. I'm not a doctor. And I hate when any, let me just say it the way I'm gonna say it. As men and men of color, sometimes you bitches don't understand how much we love y'all. You know that? You really don't. We got a natural fucking affiliation with y'all anyway. And then like when you do shit, sometimes when y'all do shit online or whatever, it really y'all think we edging out at you. No, really y'all breaking our fucking hearts. You understand? So it's easy and it's natural for me to say what I'm saying about Bria right now. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't mind. We all need to be of help and encouragement to one another. Yes, I completely agree 100%. But yeah, we definitely gonna pray for Bria in the real way, man. And like I said, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. It don't change shit. You just make sure you get in contact with me. It don't change shit. All right. Yeah. But wow, man. When I be talking about stuff like that, shit make me sad. I got one person in here talking about alcohol. I done went through that with somebody. I had a friend of mine that passed away from cancer. I have a friend that passed, two friends that passed away from COVID. I lost 6 people during the pandemic. You know that? 6 people. 6 people I lost. That shit still fuck with me this day. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely we rooting for Bree. Ain't no motherfucking ifs, ands, or buts about that. Nah, you don't worry about none of that shit. You just sit back and enjoy the ride. You good, mama. You good. Yeah. It just put former bad boy at yahoo.com. So you gotta put former bad boy at yahoo.com. That's my email. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write it in a comment on this video. All right. And then just go here and look for it. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna do it right immediately when I'm finished because I'm gonna smoke me a cigarette. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I will write it. Hell, I'll write it while I'm smoking a cigarette. I'll do that because I want to make sure you stay here. And guys, let me tell y'all something else to do too while I'm here. So, okay, on my channel, you see where you see the subscribe button? Hit that little upside down arrow, and what's going to happen is you're going to see 3 choices come in. Make sure you hit all. If you do that right now, go do that right now if you can. Make sure you hit all. So then that way, when I go live, y'all know when I'm going live and everything like that. Y'all can tune in with me. Because some of y'all are dope as fuck. Like Tammy, I like you being here. Bria, of course, you already know the vibes. Emmeline, I think that's how you saying it. Yeah, I'm glad you here. I like y'all. We had a whole bunch of trolls in here before, and like they just got the point, nigga. I ain't the nigga to do that with. Like lovely Raina show, black people only did things. Black people only hear things involving money. Yeah, it seemed like that. She said black people only hear things involving money and popularity. I think so too. I think so too. Yeah, because you notice ain't nobody. There's over 100 some people in here. You notice ain't nobody donated to me. It don't matter what I say. They're not going to donate to me because they only donate to a certain. It's only like you have to be in a certain octave, and basically, a lot of times they want people. And I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of times you notice how 50 people jumped out when I said that, right? It don't matter. These are 50 people that don't fuck with me. Has anyone ever told you to like DMX all the time, Patsy? All the time. Yes, Miss Tab. Everyone's amazing and encouraging. Thanks, D. I sent you an email this afternoon. It may be in an hour or two, but I'll absolutely send you my contact. It sound good. We could do that. We could do that. Yeah, man. We did y'all just see when 50 people dropped out when I said something about cash? Isn't that crazy? Like that's how they feel about men of color on here. And y'all should start checking people like that. If if I was somebody on here and I was like saying shit like this, yo, fuck Jaguar, right? That bitch is a liar. Or yo, fuck that bitch. Or I was on here, yo, fuck this person. Da, da, da. Cash app after cash app, my nigga. Trust me on that. So it is what it is. Anyway, guys, $ STRINGERBELL80. You see it right there down below. Make sure y'all hit that up beforehand or afterhand after I finish this podcast. Stanley Jackson, I appreciate you tuning in, man. Thank you, Mike, for donating $5. Thank you for Robert Johnson for donating a little $10. I appreciate that. Shaking my head, D, it's okay because it just leaves room for real ones. Yeah, that's all it is. Like, I just don't understand how you have 200, 300 people in the chat at one time and everybody's like, nah, I ain't donating shit to you, but you hitting the like button, you coming back. You know what I'm saying? That shit is weird to me. And like what's weird even more is like the people that do get donated to in bulk are like these animated fake personality type people. Like there's one nigga that sits around and goes like, "Oh, thank you for the donation." I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, hey, you donate to this Mickey Mouse motherfucker? He don't even come out the house." You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. They donate to niggas that's going to gamble with their money. They donate to niggas that's going to buy clothes with their money. I've seen videos where niggas is eating out with their money. Mind you, these motherfuckers won't even give me a coffee while I'm standing outside, fucking filming one of the like historic moments, and fucking like this should be funny to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, oh, okay, there's definitely a distinct in this whole donation process when it comes to African Americans and Latinos. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They donate to animated personalities. They donate to people that do less than you, and they donate to people that they don't necessarily deserve it. So a lot of times they donate to these people on a goof. They know that these people are going to gamble with their money. They know these people are basically going to waste their money, going to get drinks, going to clubs, all kinds of shit like that. Nothing is beneficial to the upbringing and furthering of their shit. But what I've noticed is based on all the places I be and all the things that I do, there's this jealousy element that's there. And what it does is it promotes other people to be like, oh, you know what? Since we don't be in those spots, we don't have that type of material on our page, what we're going to do, we just going to hate on it. And we're going to make sure that every time that his name come up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some salt to it because I don't have that type of shit on my page. I won't put in that type of work to go get those stories and all this shit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit with myself, um, maybe perhaps this bitch out of Brooklyn, and sit there and just try to, you know what I'm saying, downplay niggas all the time. And I'm like, yo, nigga, you a real low ball nigga. If you got to do that, that means you have absolutely nothing going on. Instead of putting more concentration into your material and all that shit, you just sitting around and you just basically fucking with people just to be fucking with people. So what do I say about somebody that looks like me but's trying to financially damage others? Well, that's a coon. That's a tap dancer. You understand what I'm saying? So I have no space for coons and tap dancers. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly and truthfully, they should be not any financial, because I don't do that. I don't flag people's pages. I don't tell people not to donate to people. You heard me say the TT chick. I don't like the bitch be making fun of kids. I could rightfully say, yo, don't go donate to this bitch, don't go support. I ain't tell y'all none of that. I ain't tell y'all go flag a page, none of that. She gonna get hers. You understand what I'm saying? So you feel what I'm saying? For people to like take that initiative based on a lot of points of what they did otherwise they're jealous of, I just find that like a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate because we're people who are truly deserving of support, but people who rather get people who are keeping the nonsense. Yeah, that's who, and that's what I said. It goes more to say about the people that are donating. When I just said something about my cash app, they noticed I wasn't bashing on nobody. I wasn't talking shit about nobody specifically or whatever, whatever. So what you have to really pay attention to is the development mentally of these people. Some of these people are really, really gone, Joe. Like they act normal, but they're not normal. They're like I've seen people lie in chat rooms, all kinds of shit. Like I'm just like, yo, you people are crazy. So yeah, I mean that's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah, it speaks even more volumes to collectively a culture. Because if you have the vulgar culture that's involved in shit like that, and they're black and Latino, that is a problem. The only two men, a group of men, there were white men that voted for Trump too, but the only two men that are being ridiculed right now and all these posts are being put up are black and Latin men. And for some reason, they're like, "Oh, why did you vote for him? Why did you do this? Why did you do that?" Like some dominant type of position or some shit like that. That's the same type of position they take now with the donation process. You have niggas out here that are literally, yeah, troll cultures. You have niggas that are literally out here telling people, "Hey, yo, listen, don't donate to this person, don't support this person, don't do this to this person, whatever." I was like, "You're doing a better job than the Klan, and you have a black face. That doesn't make sense to me." You understand? So yeah, that would be if I had any problem with African Americans, it would be that shit. As a person that's half Latino and half black, I would have a problem with that. I'd be like, yo, it's like you doing the work of white supremacists, my nigga. Like what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. That's why this flow is on a ride solo, because I like talking shit. Hey, this is why I ride on my solo flow shit too. I ain't got no co host. I ain't got nobody that like people help me, but as far as sharing my shit, hitting the like button and things like that. But that financial support is what we need, and I do more than these niggas. So like, I cannot contemplate it anymore, but with jealousy. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of niggas is jealous, so it is what it is. So they gonna tell niggas, yo, I'm gonna say this foul shit about this nigga because I need to maintain, because I know on the real world I can't compete with this nigga. That's what it is. So, well, I just take it for what it is. Stanley Jackson said cheap coffee is the best. No, cheap coffee is not the best. Cheap coffee will give you a stomach ache and make you throw up. The best coffee is espresso. That's what I drink. I drink espresso. And brand, I would say Folgers. Folgers is the best cheap coffee. He said it leaves room for real ones. That's true. Yeah, and need to unite. Yeah, they've been saying that shit for years though, Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing they unite under is gossiping. I mean, you got grown men out here that's gossiping about shit. So I really don't. Yeah, I really don't get myself involved. All right, guys, I'm gonna get up on over here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Bria, don't forget everybody else tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Oh, except for Tammy. Thank you, Tammy, very much. Yeah, I can't read no more, Tyrone. No nobody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I ain't reading no more. I would love to, man, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I'm falling out of like, this is just me personally. I'm falling out of like the whole talking for black culture and all that shit. That's not what these people want. They want gossip and tea right now. And until you can get them out of that connotation, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to do positive posts for them or whatever. The people that come here, the people of color, I fuck with them or whatever. But when you see 50 people drop off just because you mentioned your Cash App, that lets you know this is not a culture significant with it's only individuals that they want to promote to get ahead. They don't want to promote collectively, to answer your one shit, Tyrone. So I don't really, it's not as once ago. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people sit around, they try to act like it was once upon a time, the way it was when everybody was marching together and shit. It's not like that anymore. You're in the area of individualism and capitalism combined with a narcissist. And that's what it is. You guys have a good time, man. Cash App's right there. If y'all want to hit this up on the after the replay, bless me or whatever, whatever. Like I said, I'll make some moves for y'all today. But being it was such minimal on the Cash App, and it's not gonna happen. But unfortunate. But hey. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope your show back up. Bria, you in my prayers. Make sure you know what I'm saying. And yeah, we're good. Tammy, thank you for showing up too. I like your energy. Peace, y'all.